Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. I was a little bit late there. Oh well. Thanks for coming out. It is Saturday, and I'm playing a little bit of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney type stuff. Again, Professor Layton versus Anus Wright Phoenix Attorney. Right. God, should I just restart that entire thing? No, I probably shouldn't. Let's just keep it. Hi, how's it going? Anyways, no, we're playing Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney. I don't know, it's such a freaking mouthful every single time I have to say it, and I can only do it on the spot every so often. Alright. I guess first off, I should probably apologize for not streaming last Wednesday, just because, you know what, I was extremely busy that day, and I was tired afterwards, and also, I really didn't feel like playing much of anything. So I'm just like, you know what, let's just go ahead and skip past that. But I'm excited to do this one, because we have got an interesting little cliffhanger that I decided to leave us off on quite interestingly. It looks like everybody's back in town, except the town is entirely emptied, and it looks like the parade has happened. It's hinting at the idea that Estella is actually the witch Bazella. I still don't believe that. Every single time that kind of thing shows up in an Ace Attorney game, it turns out it is the exact opposite. I'm going to assume that that's what we're going to be running into, but I certainly don't believe it myself. So I'm going to move into the game, and we are going to begin. Anyways, we last left off that we found a storybook page. Let's see what the heck's on it.
That means that the parade has already taken place.
Anyway, let's read it.
Right, and we got back from a bunch of rain. The final story. I know that there's several chapters after this, so this ain't gonna be the end, I don't think. Not tonight. At the appointed place of ending, as twilight fades to darkness, the weaver of the story will meet the Great Witch for the first and final time. The concluding scene will glow in the flames of great magic as the teller of the story is silenced forever. Sounds like he wants to commit suicide via a witch. This evening, at the final witch trial, the legendary Great Witch will be consumed by her own flames. The town, finally freed from the shackles of the story and witchcraft, will bathe in the morning light of the new dawning day. This all sounds pretty positive. Where's the twist? What the hell's gonna happen? The new town will be aglow with freedom from the past and fresh hope for the future. But the story concludes at that point, right? So technically all existence ends. That's what I've been worried about. Does this mean what I think it means? No way! That can't be! Is this what the Great Witch meant? Whatever the case, let's find Estella before panic spreads throughout the town. We should probably split up. No! Again, do not Scooby-Doo this shit! If only we had some leads. The appointed place of ending. Perhaps this is referring to the town square, at which the parade always ends. Could have something to do with the bell tower that just suddenly came out of freaking nowhere. Well, the teller of the story can mean none other than Estella's father. As for being silenced forever, this is almost certainly an indication that he will lose his life. In that case, Professor, the chances of Estella being at the town square are pretty high, right? Indeed, Mr. Wright. Let's head to the square and find her. No! I do wonder just, like, whether or not hint coins are eventually going to tally up in Pickerats or whatever the heck. Also, what the heck are Pickerats supposed to be used for? I don't even know. It looks like everyone in the town is here. It would appear that they all wish to see the final story with their own eyes. Well, yeah, there's the tower. That's an indicator. Professor, about this final story, why would the Great Witch Bazella show up tonight of all nights? I've been wondering the same thing, since she has never once shown herself before now. Perhaps the power of the story is such that even the actions of the Great Witch are subject to its control. Either that or he's got insider scoop and he's just fucking with everyone. And one more thing. Why in the world would the storyteller write his own death into the story? Indeed, there appears to be quite a few mysteries contained within this final story. Although I suggest we don't dwell on them for the time being. Well, if he's talking about the storyteller dying, perhaps this isn't the storyteller. That's my first thought. Perhaps the actual real storyteller is the one that's going to die, and then he's going to be outed as being a fool. I agree. First things first, let's find Aspella. Aspella! No. See, I don't imagine any, like, new coins that show up here, but... Professor, look! That's the storyteller's carriage! So he's here. I'll see. Looking at the tower. Looking at the crowd. I see the people that I need to talk to, but I will wait on that. Is that it? Really? Okay, let's talk to you. The parade was totally different this time. Inquisitor Darklaw was nowhere to be seen, and Inquisitor Barnum looked so agitated. And not only that, but they said this is going to be the last story. What's to become of us all from here on? You read it! You wouldn't be worried if you actually read it. At least find some cliff notes, you asshole. You better hide now, because you know you can't win. Can too, and I won't hide. You'll be crispy bacon in no time, just accept it. Will not, you'll see, I will become a knight. And if I say I'll protect you, I'll protect you. Come on, how's a little chicken like you supposed to protect me from Bezella? Just watch me! Bickering children. How are we ever gonna find a spell with all these people out? Look over there! I was about to say, look over there, it's a speller! Oh, how convenient. No. The storyteller is about... My death is certain.
And
I wrote
now
it, you know.
The time is upon us. The time of release from the curses of witchcraft and the story. The legendary Bezella will appear before us, and the story of the longest night will begin.
Dude, why did any of this have to happen? I'm still very confused about that one.
Prepare yourselves for the dramatic climax.
But that means we'll lose our storyteller.
But why will he be sacrificed?
Again, we don't know that. We don't know.
There is no reason for sorrow. My stories are no more than a peek at the caprice and irony of unfolding fate. We are all being carried along on the vast and irresistible sea of chance.
I'm calling some horseshit. This guy is way too dramatic for his own good.
I am no more than one person in the sea of people who are here tonight. No more and no less.
Oh, storyteller!
Storyteller! Don't stop writing our story!
Write your own goddamn story. I want him to start swearing at the townsfolk, just like, get off of my goddamn back. This isn't good. It's getting dark already. Remember what the story said? At the appointed place of ending, as twilight fades into darkness. And we still haven't found a spell yet. Hey, look at that! Oh no, she's on the tower, isn't she? Huh? Someone's at the top of it. What? At the top of the tower? Look, Nick! Someone's directly up there! Definitely, rather. Come on, lady.
Look, everyone! The great witch Bezella has finally appeared. The time has arrived. This story will come to an end.
That must be her! Can it really be?
The Great Witch Bezella!
I'm calling shadows. I'm calling witchcraft. I'm calling a different kind of witchcraft.
Story come to an end. The great witch Bezella will be apprehended, and true peace will come to this town.
She will be grounded for all eternity. Oh boy. I'm gonna call Possessed Amulet. Maybe. Either that or that's Receptor, unfortunately. Yeah, y'all gonna burn again. By the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I knew I raised her wrong. Too much Saturday morning TV? And it seems like most deaths are a complete illusion here, so what did any of that mean?
Mr. Wright, there, follow me.
And she's collapsed. Yep, I'm calling possession.
Espella.
So you were the Great Witch Bezella after all. A truly terrifying witch who would even attack her own father.
I see a sparkly.
Get up. Get up and stand before us, Great Witch Bezella.
How do we know she's Bezella and not just a random-ass witch? You don't know. Storyteller did shout it out, but yeah. Espella. It can't be. Espella. There's no way. Espella, are you alright? Espella. She's possessed again. She's got that look in her eye. Are you okay, Espella? She seems to be wide awake, but she's not responding. I don't get it. What happened here? Yeah, Eve, you got some explaining to do. Something is wrong with you. Hey, it's Eve. Eve, were you with Espella this whole time? Can you tell me what happened here? What'd she say, Luke? Nothing. She didn't tell me a thing. Suspicious cat. And yeah, we happen to have somebody that can speak to cats here, so the cat should say something. Will you people keep your distance? I can't have you getting close to the Great Witch Bezella. Until the commencement of the final trial, this girl is to be handed over to the Knights of the Inquisition. Take her away. Sir. Hey, don't you dare lay a finger on her. Surely you must have seen her just now. Tell me, did she or did she not just summon a great big fire dragon? That was another little Red Riding Hood. But you still can't say for sure that Espella is a witch. That's right. Someone might have knocked her out and brought her here against her will. That's ridiculous. We vigilantes were the first ones at the tower. And when we arrived, this girl was the only person present. Any one of us would swear to it on their honor as a knight. They are not always as they might. Okay, things are not always as they might appear. Right. Like there might be a cat that is a shapeshifter in the... You have yet to investigate the scene of the incident, have you not? There's no need. It's obvious behind a shadow of a doubt what has transpired here. Okay, we need some logic up in this bitch. Oi, get a move on! Take that girl away before she regains consciousness. Hello, Mario. How's it going? But, sir, there seems to be some kind of commotion downstairs. What? You take your hands off that young girl. Oh, no. Are you? Cease! Nope. Angry mom is in the building. You lot just keep your grubby meat hooks off my little Espella. Boss! Maya, Phoenix! Who let this woman up here? Remove her immediately! Sir! Don't you lay a hand on me! Take that! Whoa. Bread attack. Oh, no, it's just... it's like pocket sand. What is that? White powder? It's actually anthrax. I put it on all the bread. Everyone's dead! That's my very finest white powder. Be thankful of that, you whippersnapper. Why, you impotent... bread brain baker. Go ahead and draw that sword at your own risk, Sonny. I'll show you a thing or two. The rolling pin is mightier than the sword. Don't you have anything better to do than than intimidate defenseless women, you dork in a tin can? What is it with you people? We're from another land. Do not worry. I understand how you two feel, but may I ask you both to calm down a little? Professor? We are the only ones who can discover the truth and save Espella. The professor's right. We have to keep our cool and carefully plan our next move. I know, Phoenix. And to think, the Phoenix I once knew could barely even plan his next loaf of bread. No, that's still the same Phoenix, except this Phoenix is really, really good with crime solving. Much less with bread. If you'll excuse us, we must be on our way. Now, why couldn't you just leave peacefully in the first place? Espella, I still believe in you, my dear girl. Take the girl away. That means now. I'm afraid, sir, that won't exactly be completely possible at the present time, sir. What now? A moment ago, that new recruit got carried away and locked the entrance. Currently, no one is able to leave the tower, sir. Jump! We all have wings, right? Let's just hope there isn't a particular witch in the area that knows how to fly. What did you say? That idiot of a new recruit did what? We've been ordered to take this girl to the interrogation room as soon as possible. The trial of the Great Witch is tonight. The appropriate arrangements are already underway in the square. We don't have time for this. Sorry, sir. I'll go and hang that new recruit up by his heels. Or by the scruff of his neck. Pfft, we're leaving now, and that's that. Bring that witch here to me. Again, has anybody fashioned a glider? It looks like they took Espella away with them. That made my blood boil, having to just stand here and watch her get dragged away like that. We must bide our time, Luke. Don't worry, the time for action will come. Although at present, this place is still in complete turmoil. Look, there are vigilantes and knights running all over the place. Look at them, they're like ants. Colonies of ants. That oversized rust bucket said the trial will be held tonight, didn't he? Indeed, that would seem to be the case, according to the storyteller's story, at least. Honestly, though, who knows what'll happen this time? I don't know. We've dealt with loonier things in real life. I think this is fine. Anyway, so... Great Witch Bezella spell call for the fire dragon, which then took the storyteller's life. I doubt it. Could it be that Espella really is the Great Witch? Nope. Everyone in the square witnessed Espella summon a fire dragon, but will we not be so easily convinced of her guilt? I don't think there. I'm calling illusion. I simply cannot comprehend it. Storyteller, can this really be a suitable ending to the story you have written? As a father, how can you possibly subject your own daughter to a fate such as this? Inquisitor Barnum, we have the Great Witch in custody. You took your time, did you not? How long is it now since the incident? Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. It took longer than expected on account of those incompetent vigilantes. They've only just handed her over to us. Your excuses do not interest me. You do realize that, according to the story, the trial of the Great Witch must convene this evening, do you not? Yes, sir. Arrangements for the setting up of the special outside court have commenced. Why? Wasn't our fire pit good enough? I wanted to gain as much information as possible before the proceedings begin. There's little time left, so get going. Yes, sir. You heard the Inquisitor Witch. Get moving. Stop! Do not treat the accused like that. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. But, sir, this girl's accused of... I know very well what she's accused of, but for the time being, that is precisely what she is. Accused, not guilty. I like this! Barnum is actually thinking with his brain, as opposed to just burning the witches. Inquisitor Barnum, this girl is not a witch until she has been pronounced guilty. Treat her with respect. That is an order. Yes, sir. Espella Cantabella. I would like to hear the truth from you. And she won't give it because she is under a spell. Are you really the great witch Bezella? I'm... Go and prepare for questioning. I shall be along shortly. That won't be necessary. Uh-oh. Yeah, where have you been? Inquisitor Darklaw. What did you just say? I said that will not be necessary. You see, this evening you will not be the one standing in court. What's the meaning of this? Then who will stand in court? For the trial of the Great Witch Bezella, surely it is only fitting that the High Inquisitor herself prosecute. You're not saying... I'm saying that I will be filling the role of Inquisitor in tonight's trial. Is that understood, Barnum? High Inquisitor, just what are you planning? I'm not sure... Oh wait, I'm not sure I quite follow. What are you implying? I followed after you, and my pursuit led me into a mysterious forest. Is it Darklaw defense? Technically, she was defense over in the regular courts, and now she is an Inquisitor in this world. Upon doing so, I witnessed a most unusual scene. Several mysterious robed figures surrounding a character whom they referred to as the Great Witch. The Great Witch hiding behind that masked exterior was none other than you, High Inquisitor Darklaw. My, Inquisitor, how very interesting. And where, may I ask, is your proof of this? Proof? Well, did you not even remove the mask to confirm the identity of the person? Slip my mind. Well, I was unable to confirm anything. Thanks to her use of witchcraft, I was robbed of consciousness. Is that so? Don't laugh at me! In that case, Barnum, I'm afraid I will have to treat what you have just said as treason. And treason against the High Inquisitor means treason against the Storyteller. The Storyteller is dead, madam! We're in chaos! You there! Yes, my lady. Escort Zacharias Barnum to the dungeon for his crime of treason. Yes, my lady? On second thought, hey, he may prove a handful for the likes of you men alone. I shall come along and assist your escort. Now, ready the horses. Yes, sir. I mean, my lady, what the hell is my fedora? Wait right here, Barnum. We're taking you into immediate custody. I do not believe it. I will not believe it. I cannot believe that Espella Cantabella is the Great Witch Bezella. Blast of all the times! Inquisitor Barnum, please know that it pains me to restrain the great defender of Labyrinthia. There's no need to apologize. I'm aware that you are only doing your duty. But, sir... Come, Constantine! Be my glorious steed out of this bastard.
Constantine, what are you doing here, boy?
Please tell me Constantine is going to tell us a little bit about this cat.
My faithful companion, Constantine. I'm sorry to say, it appears that your master has reached the end of his career. A great task has befallen me, but now I shall be unable to complete it. It's such a pity.
Constantine loves you no matter what.
The once great Inquisitor Barnum, conveying words of remorse to his faithful dog. And what, may I ask, was this great task of which you spoke?
That's simple. To find the truth.
The truth?
Wow, shit. Awesome.
Until I met Sir Blue Knight and Sir Dark Hat, the question hadn't occurred to me. Is Espella Cantabella really the Great Witch Bezella? Why would the storyteller write a story in which his own daughter is executed?
Because he's a lunatic, that's why.
I, Zacharias Barnum, as a defender of this town, must know the truth behind this.
Please tell me you're gonna, like, change your mind and, like, put him on defense instead.
I'll tell
Probably
you
not.
one thing, Inquisitor Barnum. I'll tell you why you were unable to find the truth.
What is the reason?
I've been hiding it, of course.
There is one thing which, despite your great ability, you lack.
Something I lack.
What you lack is resolve.
What do you mean?
In order to find out the truth, you went to great lengths in following me to the woods. I don't reproach you for that. You felt it was your duty as a knight.
I'd call that a fuckload of I'd call it a fuckload of resolve, considering nobody else would possibly do that.
But that's also the problem, Inquisitor. Why could you not go to such lengths when it came to doubting the storyteller himself?
That's crazy. It's not right for a knight to question the integrity of his lord and master.
And so you failed. Your knightly pride was your critical flaw.
Huh? Critical flaw?
That tower, the one in which the storyteller lives. Perhaps the truth you were seeking could have been found in the small room at the very top of that tower.
Are you gonna let me go up there and check?
What are you saying?
Puppy, have you been up there? Do you have a piece of paper for me? Oh, Scruffy. No.
In any case, at this stage of the game, it's too late to do anything. So I suggest you assign your unfinished task to that faithful dog of yours.
Yep.
Very well then, Zacharias Barnum. It's time to go. From this evening, you'll be spending your time in a damp, dark place, deep underground. It might be a good opportunity for you to cool that hot head of yours.
Again, you don't seem to have many options. Send the dog to get it. Whew, we finally made it out of that tower. I second that feeling. For a moment there, I wondered if we'd make it out safely. There's probably not much time until Ispella's trial begins. I say we look around for clues, so we at least have something to go on. Indeed, that sounds like a wise suggestion. However, if it's all right with you, I'd like you to take charge of this particular investigation, Mr. Wright. Sure, no problem, but what about you, Professor? Me? Why, there's a place of particular interest that I would like to investigate. A place you'd like to investigate? Where's that, Professor? Oh, please tell me it's with Constantine. And hey, we have somebody that can talk to animals. Ah, Constantine! Whoa, where the heck did he come from? Constantine looks rather worked up. Could something be the matter with him? I don't know. I'll ask him and see. Ah, good idea, Luke. Rough. Woof. He hasn't been fed in 5 days. Eh? No, surely not. What is it, my boy? You look like you've just seen a ghost. What did the little guy say? He said his master, Inquisitor Barnum, has been relieved of his duties. You mean Inquisitor Barnum is no longer Inquisitor Barnum? But why? Apparently, he's been branded a traitor for treason against the storyteller. Conveniently. Barnum, a traitor? He's saying he knows there's life on other planets. Oh, intergalactic doggy. How very peculiar. This has all happened rather too hastily for my liking. If that's true, then who's going to take his place as prosecutor in the trial this evening? Well, according to Constantine, that would be High Inquisitor Darklaw herself. High Inquisitor Darklaw? It would appear this incident has taken a further turn for the dramatic. He knows who shot Kennedy. Yes. We would be wise to attend our respective investigations without further delay.
Just a moment, Professor. It seems Constantine wants to tell us something else.
I'd be very interested in hearing anything you wish to add, Constantine.
It appears he'd like to show us the way.
Oh god, no Knuckles memes, please. Constantine has all the answers to all of the questions. A very wise dog. You can see it in his eyes. I don't know, whenever I look at Constantine, the first thing I think is, what was the family dog's name in Rick and Morty? Where are my testicles, Summer? He shows us a cool ball we found. He just reverts back into just dog. Show us the way? Show us the way to where?
He wants to show us the way to the Storyteller's Tower.
Storyteller's Tower? Why there?
According to Constantine, there should be a vital clue up there.
Is Constantine not a dog? I mean, he just sort of like reverts back to be like, you know, dog nature. He knows everything and anything, but every once in a while it's just like, nope, must go for walkies. Must go for walkies. A vital clue? Oh, this is most fortuitous. Big words. Huh? Professor? Just so happens that when I said there was a place I wish to investigate, that tower is precisely where I meant. No kidding. For the time being, everyone's attention is focused on the town square. So perhaps it might just be possible to enter that tower while it's not being quite so heavily guarded. At least I presume that may be the case. You may have just found a chink in their armor, Professor. Isn't that tower where Espella used to live when she was a kid? What kind of clue do you think could be hiding up there? Maybe the clue lies in Espella's past. Maybe this has something to do with, like, Espella's mother, perhaps. That's a good question. Espella's magic panties. Well, if this works as many other types of games, then yes. That just reminds me of being able to find, like, Curly's panties in Cave Story. I'm still amazingly shocked that that gets through censors.
Constantine says he knows a shortcut. He can lead us straight to the Storyteller's Tower. Follow me, Sir Top Hat, he says.
Mr. Wright, I suggest we split up into 2 groups. Okay, Professor. Be careful up there. Don't worry. I shall be sure to return, armed with that vital clue. We'll be waiting for you. In the meantime, we'll make sure we're armed and ready for the trial. Mr. Wright, within the final story was written the following. The town, finally freed from the shackles of the story and witchcraft, will bathe in the morning light of the new dawning day. The new town will be aglow with freedom from the past and fresh hope for the future. If this story is to have the finale that has been promised, Espella too will bathe in the morning light of that new dawning day. Okay, if you wanted to get poetic with me, we could do that later when the dawning day actually happens. I'm with you on that, Professor, but we can do that later. Let's work together to make it happen. Farewell for now, Mr. Wright. Come on, Luke.
Right you are, Professor. Come on, Constantine. Show us the way.
Oh, it's so cute. It's like a Nintendo. All right. Can we do some, like, you know, customary investigation type of stuff? All right. Let's start investigating the scene of the crime. We only got a few hours until the trial starts. That doesn't give us much time. Let's go, Maya. Right. I'm sure the professor will bring us back something we can work with. Let's be sure to hold up our end of the bargain. You got it, Nick. What is it, Maya? Yeah, it's Espella. Her eyes are all funny again, like last time. Like last time? Yeah, like they were back in London. I mean, it's like she's completely spaced out again. And now that you mention it, it was almost like she was being controlled by some kind of drug or magic back then. Nuh-uh! No way! This is just downright disgusting. We can't let them get away with this! Yeah, we're definitely on the same page there, Maya. Come on, let's get started. You said it. I'm as serious as a heart attack, Nick. You're gonna give me a heart attack if you keep screaming. No, I would love it if it just, like, cut into a standardized sort of investigation system, like in Phoenix Wright, for, like, the final puzzles. Especially now that it's just me and Maya. Okay. I suppose there's no need for any archaic systems when we have a very nice touchscreen system going. Figures, there's still a ton of people around. Well, considering what happened, I guess it's only natural. There seems to be fewer knights, though. Nick, look out! Mike, wait! Yeah! Ouch! You wimp, how could you be sent flying by a little bump like that? Oh, excuse me. So he knocks me over and I get yelled at? Yeah, that's fair. And that's how the balance of power works. I gotta say, Nick, I think you just set up a new record for the most super dramatic fall ever. Oh, come on, Maya. What do you expect when someone in a metal suit bumps into someone in a cloth suit?
What are you two doing here anyway?
This area is supposed to be off limits to the likes of you. Well, we're Espella's attorney, so we kind of need to know info. Well, you see, we're the ones defending Espella Cantabella.
Oh, then you must be the Sir Blue Knight. That all the town is talking about.
He sure is. Bluest knight in all the land. That's very wussy sounding. That's right, I'm the Blue Knight.
You look a little green for a knight, if you ask me.
Thanks.
Well, feel free to investigate the area. Over in the square, they're setting up the special outside court to be used in the upcoming trial. We vigilantes are spread thin guarding here, so do your best to keep out of our way.
Well, there he goes. You know, Nick, you're becoming quite the celebrity around here. I'm not sure celebrity is quite the right word. What's up, Nick? It looks like the vigilante that ran into me just dropped something. What is that? It looks like some kind of patrol record for the guards. It's like, it's his wallet! Take it! Patrol record? Judging by what's written here, it looks like they've been taking turns guarding the bell tower 24/7. You mean they've been guarding it around the clock? Why would they do that? Beats me. But the important thing here is the fact that it was under close guard at the time the incident took place. Ah, right. So I guess it would have been impossible to just stroll in through the front door, huh? Exactly. Anyway, it might be a good idea to hold on to this for now. So anyways, where were we? Oh, right, off to the crime scene! Better have a look before another dork in a tin can shows up. Yay. I'm so desperate for some, classic sound cues and stuff to just, like, fly in from the right side of the screen. It's like, this added to the court record. That's sort of it, but not quite. Anyway. Looks like they've left the crime scene completely untouched. Yeah, let's touch everything. Yeah, even a flower the boss threw at them is still all over the place. Yeah. I still can't believe she took on a bunch of fully armed vigilantes. With only a bag of white flour and a rolling pin, too. This goes to show how much Patty cares for Espella, huh? Of course she does! After all, Espella's like family. That's another reason we just have to rescue Espella, Nick. That's right. Then what are we waiting for? Let's bust out that magnifying glass and get this search on the road. Right. Well, I see the obvious, obvious thing is obvious that I need to inspect. But before I do that, I want to look around a little bit. I don't know if there would be any hit coins at this point in the game for this scene. Probably not. I mean, at this stage, I have so many hit coins that I feel like I could just bullshit through the entire rest of the game. But what's this? A control panel? I wonder what it's for. Is it a puzzle? If it's a control panel, shouldn't there be a button or a lever or something? Wait a sec. What's that? There seems to be some kind of recess here. Looks like something fits inside it. Hey, nice catch, Maya. That recess. I've seen something shaped like that before. Mm-hmm. Doesn't bode well for us. What is it, Nick? No, it's nothing. Let's keep looking around. And then there's a thing sitting down here. Hey, this looks like a floor plan on the tower. Hey, you're right. But I don't remember seeing it here before. I guess the vigilantes must have been using it for their investigation and left it behind when they hurried off. Such detail. Good thing it's in English and not in some kind of like inner story language. That's the one thing that I've been thinking. Just like if this is a situation where there's an entire chapter that is in Elvish or something, just for the sake of style. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's any books that have done that. I feel like that's something that really should. You know, just I've heard of a lot of stuff that has some kind of custom language that was come up with off the top of the writer's head, and then there's like little messages or little pieces of the book that are written in that language, and you don't know it unless you learn it and then go back and read it later. Anyways, according to this floor plan, there's a bell on the floor above this one. Well, it is a bell tower. It'd be kind of strange if there was no bell. Yeah, but there's no sign of any ladder leading up to the next level. Or even a step ladder. Does that mean the bell can't be rung? Does that mean this tower gets the Nobel Prize? Sorry. I immediately regretted starting to say that. Anyways, Nick, this floor plan could be useful. Hurry up and stash it in your pocket. Maya, I hate to think what you have stashed away in that spirit medium's outfit. There's 12 burgers! It's called being decisive, Nick. Come on, we're doing this for a spell, remember? Well, yeah, I hadn't exactly forgotten. Floor plan. Alright, so we got this thing sitting down here. Here's the bag of flour Miss Eclair used to hit those knights. Looks like it's still all over the place. Boy, the boss sure is something, huh, Nick? Now that's the power I love. Oh, God, that's the power I love. The bag of flour was brought here after the parade, so it won't really be of any use as evidence. Right. I mean, it might be, considering it was brought here after the parade. And if you wanted to be technical about it, you could use that as sort of a bit of proof. Like certain things that aren't covered in flour, you can date them. Come on, Phoenix. Anything else with this? Looks almost like I can. Nah, it looks like the exact same cutscene. Never mind. Skippity skip. No, ignore me, Maya. No way to get to the bell of the tower, huh? It's interesting because, yeah, that's a sealed-off floor, so how the heck would you ring it? Alright, I have been avoiding it. Let's actually talk about the stuff in the center. First, let's try and do the coat. I wonder what this is. Looks like a robe to me. A robe. Say, this reminds me of the robes those weirdos in the Eldritch Woods were wearing. Come on, Nick! Try it on! Try it on! You've got to be kidding! This thing's drenched from all the rain. And besides, it's covered in that flour Patty threw all over the place. Yeah, I guess you're right. It does look pretty beat up, huh? And that flour's not coming off easily. It's all stuck to the wet robe. You know, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something weird about this robe. Weird? Remember when we first arrived here? I could swear there was nothing like this lying around, was there? Now, I'm not really sure, but I sure don't recall seeing it. I don't know. This robe's pretty big. Looks like it would fit someone my size. I guess that means it can't be Espella since she's small and aerodynamically built, like yours truly. That doesn't mean that you can't wear a gigantic oversized overcoat. Anyways, it may provide a useful clue. Let's make a record of it now. Hey, get that soggy thing away from me! Oh, boy. Oh, what? You tell me to go and pick up these things and put them in my, in my freaking pockets, but then you won't pick up a soggy robe? Double standards? Look at this. It's a pendant. The leather strap seems to have broken. Wait, I know this. This is, it's Espella's pendant. I knew I'd seen it somewhere before. Anyways, we should pick it up before one of those dorks sees it. Come on, Nick, quickly. Just pop it in your pocket. Okay, I'm on it already. Hey, hold on a sec, Maya. Huh? What's up? There's something about the shape of this pendant. Something about its shape. I've seen this shape somewhere recently. Well, if you say so, Nick, let's shape up and take another look around. If we're lucky, there might just be some amazing clue waiting to be found. Yeah, I guess there might. Let's take another look at that recess. Oh, jeez. Well, my timing couldn't have been more wrong. Okay, that's why that thing could still be clicked on. The recess in this panel. It's the same shape as Espella's pendant. Ah, so it is. And if we click it in, everything catches fire. Whoa. Oh god, now we're being carted off. But why? Why would her pendant fit into this recess? Don't ask me. Spirit channeling, supernatural possession, those are things I know, Nick. Well, seeing as we don't know, there's only one way to find out. Let's slide it in there and see what happens. Okay, calm down. I guess there's no harm in trying. Yes, there is. There's plenty of harm in trying.
Hold it right there, Sir Suspicious Blue Knight.
To me.
Yes, you? What exactly are you up to?
We're just, carrying out our own investigation.
Bah, you can't fool me. That thing you just picked up. The thing that even as we speak, you're attempting to conceal in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, you mean this little thing? It's, I guess you'd call it a pendant. It's, absolutely nothing to do with that whole crazy incident just now. I swear Nick's attorney's badge on it. Nobody cares about my attorney's badge in this world.
Enough! I saw it, all of it. Every single move, from beginning to end, including just now.
So you saw when I took that plan and I shoved it into my coat?
That right there is the one piece of evidence I was looking forward to coming back and picking up myself.
I saw it too. Me 3. Me 4.
Now then, hand over the important piece of evidence, now.
Shoot. Why can't I hold on to it? I'm not gonna hold it, I'm not gonna hold it against you in court, I swear. Pinky swear. No! Espella's pendant! Snatched away from us just like that.
I must report this to the High Inquisitor immediately.
Me 2, I'll accompany you. Me 3, me 4. Freaking lemmings. There they go with Espella's pendant. And I was totally planning on giving it back to her the next time I saw her. But more than that, I so wanted to try fitting the pendant into that recess in the panel. What now? No way is that panel just there for decoration. I better add it to my items for future reference. Right? Yeah, but it's just conjecturous until we can manage to get somebody to conveniently come up here. Attention, everyone! Hello?
The preparations of this evening's special outside courtroom has now been completed. Summon the High Inquisitor, it's time we prepared for the trial. Each and every citizen shall no doubt wish to bear witness to the evening's trial. Overcrowding is to be anticipated. All officers to their stations. Let's help this final court session find a proud place with Labyrinthia's history.
Nick! Looks like we're out of time, Maya. I guess that's the end of this investigation. You think we'll be alright? We didn't really have time to finish. We did what we could in the time we had. Let's go. I have a feeling Espella is going to be moved to the defendant's waiting room soon. Ooh, a mobile waiting room. Champ says, give me your credit card. No, I will not fall for the scam. You know, Nick. Well, that's my day. Pretty good. Again, sorry for your message not... For whatever reason, your message was held off as spam. I think it's just because you keep on posting, how's your day, exactly the same way in my comments, and YouTube looked at that and went, wait a minute, that's a pattern. Clearly, that's, like, you know, that's a cut and paste thing. They're trying to get your attention. They're trying to steal your info. Oddly enough with that credit card thing. Camp? I've been thinking. It's no accident that you and I found ourselves in Labyrinthia. Maya? The reason we're here is for the trial tonight. I know what you mean. I think so too. And I'm sure Professor Layton and Luke feel the same way. I just know they'll bring back a clue or two to save Espella. Yeah, you're right. That means we've got to give this trial everything we've got, Maya. Also, you arrived very early. Yes, you do, champ. Okay, Nick, let's do this thing. You bet. We'll do what we do best. We'll fight to the very end for Espella. You saw the notification, but you've been cleaning. That is okay, because cleaning is very important. Good to be cleanly. Good to keep things maintained. Let me go ahead and save. I guess I'll save in a new slot. I don't know why. Just to vary it up. So was that the entire chapter? Probably not.
Professor,
What is it, my boy?
what do you think about what happened tonight?
You're grilling me now of all times?
On the surface, it certainly did appear that the storyteller's assailant could be none other than Espella.
But surely not.
However, even if it did seem that way, that does not necessarily make it the truth. And if it transpires that Espella is in fact innocent, then there must be some form of contradiction or proof to support as much.
This game has a lot of dialogue. Oh god, yeah. Yep, it's one of those. See, I don't know. There haven't really been a lot of pieces of this game that have flexed my my logic muscles, if that's a good way to put it. Like, in a lot of other Phoenix Wright and Ace Attorney type of games, they would really stump me, and I would end up getting stuck in many different ways, and I'd actually kind of enjoy the puzzles. Like, they'd be twists that would actually shock me. I haven't really seen many, and I can see a whole lot of these twists coming from a mile away, so... Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it almost does the job, but not quite. And I don't know if the same could be said about any of the Professor Layton elements of it.
Yes, you're right. I'll bet Mr. Wright won't miss even the slightest shred of evidence.
Mr. Wright and Maya are investigating the scene of the crime as we speak. We, meanwhile, must search for something, to prove Espella's innocence.
Let's just take the entire castle.
In doing so, the truth should become evident as a matter of course.
I see. In the time that I've spent with Espella, I've never once doubted her character. There's just no way she could do anything as terrible as what happened in the square. I believe in her, Professor.
I know you do, Luke. We are Espella's friend, and as such, we must believe in her.
Too right.
First, let's make our way through the gate.
Uh-oh, the door's still locked, and there are no knots here to open it.
Does Constantine have a key? Please.
What's the matter, Constantine?
Either that, or Constantine has a secret way in. Oh, we're gonna go through the doggy door.
That's great, thanks. He says there's another way in, which only the Knots know about.
That's a relief. Could you show us the way, Constantine?
Again, who wants to bet it's a doggy door? Oh, hey, I haven't seen you for the entirety of the game.
Good evening, Mr. Layton. It's been a while since we last met.
Yeah, no shit.
Yes, indeed, Miss Mystery. But I must say I'm surprised to be meeting you at a place like this.
After seeing the Storyteller's parade earlier, I've been able to simply sit still in the library. But at the same time, wandering around aimlessly doesn't solve anything either. Then again, meeting you like this, Professor, has given some meaning to my wandering. If you'd like to try your hand at any unsolved puzzles or puzzles that you didn't manage to encounter, I will happily show them now.
Is this like the, my final chance to play them? Yeah, something tells me that that is actually exactly the case. Well, maybe not now, but I'm gonna go into the menu in case I ever want to do any of these puzzles later. I'll save right there. Okay, so gate is locked, but did it say that there is a new way in? No, apparently. Okay. Dog said that there was a way to get go to the Knight's Garrison. Oh, okay. So give me a moment. Yep, all right. Where's the hidden door? Who would have thought the storyteller would come to such an end? I'm still finding it hard to believe even now. I mean, what's to become of us? Wish I knew. I wish we had different voices. I'm more worried about Inquisitor Barnum. He's been held on suspicion of treason. This whole thing is just one big headache. No matter what, the future ain't looking too bright. Enough of your pathetic whining. You call yourselves now. Oh, Captain. The storyteller's gone. Inquisitor Barnum's gone. And who do you think is suffering the most because of it? The townsfolk, that's who. Hello, Tim. How's it going? It's now that they need us the most. We must be there for them, to offer our support. Yes, sir, that's certainly true. But with things the way they are, what can we possibly do? Pitiful. Over there, isn't that? Ignore! Ignore us. It would appear that even the knights are unsettled, my boy.
What's going to become of the Labyrinthia now?
Well, according to the final story, once all this is sorted out, there will be fresh hope for the future. So it's a little early to be losing heart just yet.
I hope you're right. Let's do our best to make it so, Professor. What's this? Someone's coming this way. Isn't that...
Shite. And what are you two doing here?
We're heading for the Storyteller's Tower. Again, ignore. There may be something left to uncover, so we're going there now to find out. Did you say the Storyteller's Tower?
Uh-oh. I hope this doesn't mean we're about to be surrounded by knights pointing swords at us again. But Constantine, he wants us to go.
Well, if it isn't little Constantine! Oh, I see. This must mean you're working on behalf of Inquisitor Barnum.
Yes, totally.
Well, in that case, the tower's up ahead. You may proceed. In fact, I insist that you proceed. I have a feeling there's some unfinished business that only you could take care of. For all our sakes, go there and fulfill your quest. And in doing so, show us all that there is still hope for the future of Labyrinthia.
Captain.
Very well. We shan't let you down. Let's go, Luke. The Storyteller's Tower stands right ahead of us.
Right you are, Professor.
Victory by way of dog.
Look, I can see the tower right over there. But how do we get to it?
I believe this may be where our little friend comes in handy, wouldn't you say, Luke?
Right, of course.
Scruffa comes up with a crowbar. It's like, what? We're gonna break in?
I see. You're saying there's a path. He says there's a path leading from behind the audience room right over to the Storyteller's Tower.
One could hardly ask for a better guide.
Oh, really? He just said, you've nothing to worry about while I'm here. And then he added, you might want to worry about that Sir Blue Knight, though.
Why? What's wrong with Phoenix?
I hope Mr. Wright and Maya were able to come across some clues.
I don't think we need to worry too much about them. I'm sure they'll be all right. Wouldn't you agree, my boy?
No!
Oh, I thought you were talking to the dog.
Of course, Professor. While I was teaming up with Mr. Wright, one thing became clear to me.
Oh, Tim says you've never seen this game. Most games, people like. You commented on my last video of the game, but you only did that. You should go watch the first episode at least. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff involving story with this. I guess I don't know if you know too much about either Phoenix Wright or Professor Layton. It's just like, you don't really need to know either one of them. It helps to know a little bit of background on the characters, sort of, but this is a non-canon story, so there are. I did reply to it, so hey, it's cool. And I reply to pretty much everybody, so I love giving thumbs up, like high fives, just like, hey, thanks for hanging out. There are.
He's definitely someone that will always do his best to protect his friends.
Oh, that's certainly true, and I know Phoenix has pulled a lot of his friends out of the fire for that one.
I agree, Luke. He's a fine young lawyer with a heart of gold. I'm quite confident the trial is safe in his capable hands.
Me too. And then there's Maya, always strong and courageous.
I would say more foolhardy and very susceptible to accidentally screwing something up, but you know.
Not to mention full of energy. She's a bit reckless sometimes,
but always with good intent. We're lucky to have them. Why are we doing this monologue? We know all this stuff. Like, seriously, we're running out of time. We only have so much twilight hours. Morning is coming.
I'm really glad we met them, aren't you, Professor?
Yes, Luke, I'd certainly agree with you there. Both Mr. Wright and Miss Fay are friends that can truly be relied on. But at the same time, High Inquisitor Darklaw will be a most formidable opponent, one unlikely to make any careless slips. Which is why we must do our best and work together.
Including me, right?
Of course. I certainly couldn't do this without you, Luke.
Don't worry, Professor. I'll give it everything I've got.
That's the spirit, my boy.
Again, run! Pillage the tower!
Wow. You don't realize how tall the tower is until you see it up close like this.
Certainly looks ominous in the moonlight.
There's a vital clue waiting for us here, isn't there, Professor?
That's what I'm counting on, Luke. And it would seem that Inquisitor Barnum had the same idea.
That would explain why Constantine is helping us.
So this is the tower in which the Creator resides. The tower that none of the townsfolk, nor even the knights, dare visit.
It's surrounded in secrecy, that's for sure. It's a bit like the Eldritch Woods.
Indeed. Those woods are certainly an enigma in themselves.
Not to mention those underground ruins. Talk about mysterious places. If the storyteller really did know everything about Labyrinthia, I'd have liked to have asked him a thing or two about them.
It's possible there may be clues related to those places as well as a number of other matters waiting for us within that tower. In which case, there could also be any manner of traps or contrivances awaiting us as well, like puzzles. We shall have to be doubly careful from here on in.
Got it, Professor.
Right, Constantine says this is a suicide mission.
You've what? You completed your mission? He says he's worried about his master and wants to return to him now.
We couldn't have come this far without your fine guidance, Constantine. We can take him from here.
Constantine says we're the ones his master chose, so he knows he can leave this quest with us in good faith.
We're honored, Constantine. Thank you for your help.
Yes, thanks a lot. Take care on your way back.
See ya, Foofy. Probably good. I would hate to see a dog fall into a spike trap.
Inquisitor Barnum loves the town more than anyone has done anyone, and has done his utmost to protect it. Let's bear that in mind too, Luke. We have a responsibility to fight to the end, for him and for everyone else in this town.
I'm ready if you are, Professor.
Let's go! Actually, hold on a second. This is a brand new screen, so now we have to scrub the hell out of it for coins. Because that's how this game works. Let's see, there happens to be, a coin sitting on the spire. Ooh. A coin on the moon! Neato. Are there any more? This just seems like a very, very big place. Let me see.
The tower was built upon this tall cliffside. I can only assume this was the storyteller's design.
If that cliff collapses, the whole tower looks like it'll go along with it.
Are we sure we want to go inside? It's stood up to this point. The only thing that's taken it down at this stage is, I don't know, a gigantic bolt of lightning.
Looks like this bridge is the only way to enter the tower.
This is quite the long bridge indeed. I don't see any traps or contrivances here representative of the storyteller.
Why would the storyteller, booby trap his own walkway is what I want to know.
Look, Professor, you can see the ocean from up here. We must be at the coast of Labyrinthia. Oh, look, fish! Would you like to try and catch one? Let's take our freaking time!
The sea is quite tranquil here. There's not a ship of light for miles.
There. Is that everything? I suppose I'm the one that's kind of dragging it out at this stage, so yeah. To victory!
It seems the mechanisms put in place to protect the tower are still operating.
Does that mean we can't get inside?
No, I wouldn't say so. This particular mechanism is in the form of a puzzle.
If we solve it, perhaps we can enter. Yarp. Yeah, of course. Well, let's hope that these puzzles aren't stupid. 30 out of 30 Picarats are at stake. There are 12 gems, each of them numbered between 1 and 12. There is also a set of 3 triangles with gems already inside them. Keep in mind these gems cannot be moved. Place the gems from your hand so that the sum of all the numbers on each triangle's perimeter adds up to 39. Ooh. This puzzle looks very hard. A little bit. But again, I have 145 hint coins, so I think I'll be good. This task is not as difficult as it seems. You might want to start with getting the sum of the outermost triangle to 39. Oh, I see. All right. Start out from the outside and work my way in. Oh, I wasn't accounting for the 6 on the bottom. That's my problem. Son of a bitch. Sorry. Right. So if we count the 6 at the bottom, whoopsies, that's 10. So there's already 10 sitting out there. So putting that down, there is 39 currently out on that outer rim. Now, the way to do this is to make 39 with the ones in the center. No one's handing anybody's credit card numbers out. I don't know, Fiverr has always been an interesting little business in general. Just the whole hey, give me $5 and I will record and do a thing for you. I do think that, I'm not going to say he had it coming, but I will say when you base your entire business model off of looking like some kind of a pretend salesman to try and, pretend to dupe people out of their credit card numbers, you made a bad business choice. I'll say that. Tem have no credit card. All Tem has is Temflake. How do you buy Temflake with Temflake, though? Screw it. Doing another hint token, because why the heck not? What guy? You mean Pete? He was kicked off of Fiverr. I know he was kicked off of Fiverr. I didn't know if he was kicked off of YouTube or not. I'm not entirely sure. I do think that in some capacity, I feel like, yeah. Okay, now you're giving me basic math. Screw you. Place the 12 gems in the bottom right slot. You're in his Discord? Oh, really, Pete? Pete has a Discord? That's kind of amazing. So, yeah, I think the combination of gems comes down to... I wasn't putting the right ones in the right ones on the outside. I think. Am I going to play the remastered Spyro? Is the remastered Spyro going to come out on anything aside from PlayStation? That's kind of the big thing for me. If it comes out on PC, I'll think about it. Just because I know that a bunch of my friends, they rant and rave about a bunch of stuff involved with PlayStation. And unfortunately, I can't, because I'm like, I was a Nintendo kid. I had sort of the N64 dud. I mean, I loved it, but at the same time, there were a lot of really good games that came out on PlayStation that I missed out on. Spyro is one of them, and if it's coming out on multiple consoles and, like, multiple platforms, I might. I get a weird suspicion that it might not be. Oh, yeah, like, Spyro was... I forget if it was exclusive on PlayStation a long time ago. Look it up. I think it might be the case. Oh! I accidentally did it. You know what? Good.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Basic maths. Correct. A shiver runs down your spine as the door opens, and an eerie silence fills the air. Just what awaits you on the other side.
Professor, you did it!
Thinking emoji.
Professor?
Doesn't it seem peculiar to you, Luke? To get here, we had to make our way beyond the guard's post and through the knight's garrison. That would normally be considered sufficient defense against intruders, or so one would imagine.
Yeah, I guess you're right. There were several knots around as well.
And yet in addition, we found that contrivance in place on the door. It would suggest to me that something of great importance must be contained within.
Let's go on and find out, Professor.
I get this suspicion that we're gonna find the storyteller alive in some capacity. I don't know if he would be back at his tower at this stage or not. Turns out we find out that the storyteller is David Blaine. Or some shit. Or like Chris Angel. When you tried to look it up on Google, nothing answered it. It just tried to sell you the game. Oh, not even like on a Wikipedia article? That's where I usually figure it out. Because it usually says, releases. And then it's under there.
Doesn't it seem strange to you, Luke Skywalker?
I know. It's funny how, like, his voice is eerily similar to Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that's what I'm basically basing my entire performance off of that version. It's finally starting. The last witch trial. The witch's court will no longer serve any purpose once the great witch Pazella is burned. Again, I want to know why we had to set up a courtroom out in the middle of a field. Really? Wiki didn't show up, just places you can buy it. That's dumb. But Espella isn't Pazella. I'm not buying it one bit. I mean, the storyteller is her father. I don't know what happened between them, but a father would never do that to his child. You clearly have never been disowned. I mean, I haven't, but you're... Oh, Tam found the wiki. I think you're right, Maya. But no one else does. They're all throwing accusations at her. I just feel so sorry for Espella. And she isn't feeling anything by the look of her face. It feels like this whole case is under some kind of bad spell. A spell? Yeah, we just can't see it yet. That's why it's so vital that we expose the real witch behind all this. And we've got to do it during this trial. I believe in you, Nick. Oh, by the way. Yeah? What are you going to do during this trial? I mean, if you were thinking about watching... What? You mean you don't want me to be by your side? I didn't take you for such a cold-hearted guy, Nick. That's not what I mean. Let me finish before you start jumping to conclusions. What I was going to say is that you can't let people see you. You're supposed to be, you know, dead. You were cast into the flames, remember? Oh, right. That. Yeah, did you forget about that? You mean after I was on trial for the murder of Sir Top Hat? Yup. Well, Sir Top Hat is alive too, so who the heck knows what happened? Ah, yes, Tem has posted the Wikipedia article. Yeah, is it on for PS4? Check it out. See, there's a lot of stuff on PS4 that I would be interested in checking out. Like, I really badly want to play that Spider-Man game. So, I don't know. I did see, my brother was talking about how there's going to be some Black Friday specials going on with Spider-Man labeled PS4s. They're going to be like PlayStation 4s bundled with Spider-Man, 1 terabyte of space, and they're going to be $200. Shit. And that is amazing. Spyro's going to be on Xbox One. Well, damn it, I hate being a freaking PC peasant then. Because I don't own either of them. I used to own Xbox at one point, but I have since moved a whole lot of my game playing over to here. And that's unfortunate. It's basically like PC, and then I've also sold my soul to Nintendo a long time ago. So, that's the consoles I work with. Don't underestimate me, Sir Blue Knight. I've already got it covered. Check it out! I brought this with me. With the masterful disguise, I shall be transformed into Maya the Ironclad. I found it in Barham's room and figured I'd borrow it for a while. Don't tell me you're going to the trial wearing that helmet. I sure am. Can't be Maya the Ironclad without being clad in some iron. Let's just hope Barnum doesn't flip out if he sees you wearing his trusty headgear. Anyway, I'm gonna do what I can to help. We gotta save Espella, right? We will. Come on, let's get going. It's time to break whatever bad spell Espella's under and put an end to these witch trials once and for all. Right. You're okay with that, aren't you, Espella? Again, she isn't really feeling much of anything at the moment. You got a PS4 and an Xbox One. Oh, fancy. I think if there are any console... I'm so conflicted because I really want to get an Xbox because it integrates more with PC. But PlayStation 4 has a bunch of really cool exclusive games that I would love to play. Dang it. When a cool game you want is on PS4, but you only have the classics like the PS2 and the Wii. Oh god, yeah, the Wii was such a long time ago. It's weird to think that. You're stuck with the games you got, don't have enough for new games. See, the cool thing is that with PC, a lot of times, stuff comes out either cheaply or free or that kind of thing. And it's really nice to, I guess it's weird to pump so much money into a system like this and then end up buying a game that is very underpowered that was, like, free. I can play VR, though. HTC Vive. Oh, speaking of which, I really badly want to do a VR stream sometime soon. That's exciting, because I just recently saw that Windlands was released, and I picked that thing up immediately. You wish there was a Steam for Xbox. It's basically the Xbox store. I don't know. If they want to be competitive, they better be, bringing prices down. Espella, will you help? Ooh. Cutscene! Right. We fashioned a brand new fire pit. What new tricks does this one do?
There's a ton of people out there, Nick.
Let's do this. Come on.
Leroy Jenkins. Oh, good to see the judge decided to come out here at night.
As scheduled, the trial of Espella Cantabella shall commence forthwith. Knights of the court, are you ready now to cross your swords of justice?
So stone cold serious. Gabe is giving away games sometimes. You got a game 90% off one time. Just had to wait. Have you ever dealt with the Steam curse of buying something full price and then like 2 days later it being completely like knocked down 90%? I have. It's sad.
The Knights of the Inquisition have spent countless years trying to track down the elusive Great Witch. The secret of her identity shall finally be brought to light in this very court. All those present, pay attention so that the truth may be burned into your memory. Today, the legend of the Great Witch shall become a closed chapter in the history of Labyrinthia.
Yeah. That happened when you bought a Hat in Time the next day. I'd say it was worth it. Huh. Yay, no cheers. Good. Nobody's gonna be cheering for Barnum tonight.
You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. It's so
With a knife.
but at the same time, oddly subdued.
And now, the whole truth shall be revealed to all. The moon, eye of the night, shall bear witness to that. Don't you agree, Defender?
Your Honor, the defense is ready.
That's all I can say. It's like,
I
okay.
don't allow yourself to be provoked.
You may now begin your opening statement. High Inquisitor Darklaw.
Thank you. People of Labyrinthia, the story has ended. Its end has been sealed through the storyteller's death. The one who put an end to the life of the storyteller and to the story which governed our lives was the Great Witch Bozella. A foul embodiment of evil who has long been lurking among us, concealed deep within the consciousness of a certain girl. I'm sure you're all aware of her name. I refer, of course, to Espella Cantabella.
Wait a minute. Was there a cat on the cage? I didn't see that. What VR game am I doing? Like I said, I am thinking I'm going to try out Windlands the next time I do a VR stream. As well as there's a couple of other VR games that I really want to get back to. Budget Cuts was pretty fun. I might play that at some point. I really want to get some mods for Beat Saber and try that on a night. I don't know if I want to make that an entire stream just because that is a lot of workout.
Today at dusk, a tragedy unfolded right in front of us all. A giant fire dragon descended into the town square, devouring the storyteller. 'Twas a nightmarish vision that we shall never be able to forget. That fearsome fire beast, of which we had only heard tell through legend, returned at the hand of the Great Witch.
Indeed, it was just as the illustrations of the legendary fire.
And the girl within whose heart lies the Great Witch herself has committed her final and most heinous crime.
The crime of patricide! Shit. It's real difficult to make this crowd shut up, so good job, Darklaw.
May this trial serve as an offering. An offering to the storyteller who can be with us no longer.
Thank you, High Inquisitor.
You don't got a headset, but kind of makes you sad because one of your favorite YouTube guys that reviews games has been doing a lot of VR games. That's cool. I'm not 100% certain if we're at the point where technology is convenient enough where people should be getting headsets. I don't know. I feel like that stuff has got to be condensed. I mean, it's really friggin' fun. If there's anybody near you that has like a legit VR headset who you can get a chance to try it on, do it. Like, do not pass it up. It is fun stuff. I ended up going and buying it just because I got suckered in by going and playing VR once and then got hooked. Might get a VR headset, maybe. I just want I want the headsets to get higher resolution because that's the most annoying part of all of it. Just the fact that it looks like you're looking through a screen door on a constant basis.
The Inquisition may now begin proceedings.
As I have said, this unthinkable crime took place in the town square, within plain sight of all Labyrinthians. Everyone is a witness. Surely there can be no need for a formal interrogation.
You can't say that!
I suggest you mind your temper, Defender. In a few moments, you will have no option but to accept the truth. Once we hear it from the very mouth of the accused.
From Aspella?
The Inquisition hereby demands that the accused, Aspella Cantabella, testify about her crime. Or rather, that she confess to it.
Oh yeah, she's got her cat Eve right there on the sill. That's interesting. Different than what I expected. Are we moving towards a twist? Dog, you live in the middle of nowhere with no friends. Hey, come on. There's got to be somebody within your area that... okay, no. VR is kind of... See, I've heard that there are some places that are opening up sort of VR... Cafe isn't the word. Basically sort of like VR experiences. If you absolutely have to... Like, I know my local mall has a little booth where you can just put on a VR headset and look around it, and I haven't personally tried it, but if you don't have the ability to get like an HTC Vive or something to that effect, that's a good second thing to do, and you don't have to buy something ridiculously expensive just to like get a taste of VR. But I don't know if that is a good introduction, because my first introduction with it was I played on one of the Oculus DevCats. DevCats, goddammit. Sorry, I'm thinking about that one cat. Anyway. No, I played on one of the Oculus dev kits when I went off to PAX one time, like PAX Prime. VR Cafe. Imagine the chaos of trying to serve coffee. Oh god, has anybody made that game? VR Barista.
The Inquisition request shall be granted. Bring Aspella Cantabella down to the witness stand.
This is it. The last trial. In all likelihood, Aspella will admit to the charges. I have only one chance to break whatever spell she's under. When she testifies, there are bound to be some clues to the truth in there. Yay, I'm only God, can you imagine if I have to testify the entire crowd? That'd be horrifying.
Now that you're here, witness, state your name and tell us your real name as well.
My name is...
Shut your mouth.
Cantabella, but I have another name too.
Shut your mouth.
Bazella.
Mouth shuts.
Order in the court! Then you really do admit it, that you are the Great Witch? You openly concede that you are Bazella herself? The cause of all evil and destruction?
Damn it.
Yeah, I knew it. We're done. She's Bazella. Oh, how terrifying. I mean, she killed her own father.
How dare she kill our beloved storyteller?
We don't want a trial. We want to see her burn. Burn. Burn.
The Inquisition was right. The accused herself has spoken. It would seem there is no need for an interrogation.
I assure you there is none. The only possible verdict has been clear to everyone from the very beginning.
Hold it!
That is so goofy. Let's hear as well as the accused side of the story. Magic exists in this world, right? So if you think about it, Aspella could be under the influence of a spell too.
Don't ask me. What I would like to know is this. Just who in the world are you? Young knight?
Oh, me.
How to put it? I feel as if we've met somewhere before. It was, where was it again?
We haven't. It's just your imagination, Your Honor. I mean, my lord, as for who I am, I'm with Sir Blue Knight. Not in a romantic way, of course. Shut your mouth. Who said anything about romance? You're making it more awkward.
Is this a friend of yours, Defender?
Yes, and, don't comment on the helmet, please. She really wouldn't, like to have her face seen. Oh, how can I put this gently? It's not something you'd want to look at. It's not gentle. What are you talking about? You make it sound like there's a problem with my face. I can assure you we have no interest in your face, miss. Although I do wonder where you acquired that particular helm. Why's that? A helm of that ilk is not something you can simply purchase from a street stall. Well, I found it in the forest. Finders keepers, you know. What are you doing, Maya? You promised me you wouldn't draw any attention. Sorry, Nick. I lost it a bit. Well, anyway, the defense's opinion is as follows. We should hear the defendant's testimony before coming to a verdict. There may be some things even she isn't aware of. How amusing. As this is to be the last witch trial ever held, perhaps it is only fitting that we cross swords before you accept your defeat.
I agree. Thus the accused herself will now testify. Miss Cantabella, tell the court of your involvement in this incident.
She's probably not going to say much of anything because, you know, spell. I finally realized that Bazella has been lying dormant within me. Once evening fell and the rain ceased, I climbed up the wooden stairs on that bell tower and awaited the parade. I waited for my father's speech to end, and then I summoned the fire dragon. I don't know why I killed my father.
That was a very unusual testimony. When you used magic against your father, were you doing so as Aspella Cantabella or as the Great Witch Bazella?
A most fascinating query. However,
it matters not.
The Inquisition has ingeniously solved the query by disregarding it.
What matters is that Bazella exists within this girl. Being a witch is a crime. Such a fundamental rule will always hold. And this girl here is not just any witch. She is the Great Witch. Aspella has admitted the charges, just as I suspected. I just have to hope I can find some contradictions in her testimony. If I don't, we can kiss this trial goodbye.
The defense may begin the interrogation.
Defender, steady your sword of justice. Should I see it waver or point in the wrong direction, I will not hesitate to cut down your arguments and end this interrogation. You had better keep that in mind.
Eep! So is this game pretty much a book? That's kind of a visual novel of sorts. But you interact with it by trying to solve the puzzles that there within. Which is funny because even the court systems within it are kind of puzzles, because you get the testimony. And then you go through it and try and figure out the pieces that don't match up properly. And it's up to you to figure out why it is that the testimony doesn't make sense. And then try and get your defense innocent. That's about the gist of it for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney stuff. The Professor Layton stuff is a lot closer to actual genuine puzzles. Okay. So, let's just leave a save down. Okay, so guess we're just gonna press everything and see what she thinks about all of it. Finally realized Bazella has been lying dormant within me. What do you mean, dormant within you? You say you finally realized.
Yes, I've always had a feeling, but my memory is rather hazy. I've always felt as though I'm not who I think I am, and that I've forgotten something very important. Incidentally, when you became aware of Bazella's presence within you...
When did you?
It was when I went to the Great Archive with Mr. Layton and Luke.
You can't wait until you, get, like, any game. You've been wasting your time with fork knife. No. But you don't even enjoy doing it. Why you do it then? There's so many other free games out there, I swear. Off the top of my head, let me try and think of a couple of free games.
Ever since I saw the mural depicting Bazella, I started having strange flashbacks. I saw things from the distant past, memories of the legendary fire.
The legendary fire.
I saw it. I was there when it happened. I saw the town consumed by flames.
You couldn't have. That's impossible. The legendary fire occurred over 100 years ago, and there were no survivors.
Yes, I know that, but it's true. I remember it happening.
Because I'm Bazella. Shut up! Once evening fell and the rain ceased, you climbed up the wooden stairs of the bell tower. Okay. What level of the tower was she standing on when that happened, I wonder? Where were you before that? Were you, wait, we were looking for you.
I'm not sure. When I came to, I was in the town. It was pouring, so I wanted to go to Aunt Patty's bakery and wait for it to stop. But I couldn't face her, so I just went to the forest instead.
So you were in the forest until the incident?
I couldn't find you, though. The rain finally stopped, and the time came. I made my way over to the town square. I was feeling strange, as if I wasn't myself.
Would I rather become a fork knife streamer or a Roblox streamer? Is there an option where I take the computer and throw it into a swimming pool?
Then I noticed I was up in the bell tower, looking down at the square.
Aspella's not a witch, and that means there's got to be something strange about this statement.
Witness, continue your testimony.
I'm gonna have to check that statement again. Tiemp says Roblox because at least then there could be various games instead of the same packing thing every time. There's truth to that. There are some differences in the game just based off the fact there's a lot of user content. But regardless, I'd rather not. No.
I waited my father's speech to end, and then I summoned the fire dragon.
Hold it!
Thank you for self-censoring with Peck. You summoned the fire dragon with that spell Grand Worm, right?
Yes, that's the one. Although I won't say it now. I'm sure something terrible would happen if I did.
That's fine, absolutely fine. No need to prove that statement. In fact, the court forbids you to prove it.
Of course I won't say it. This is no laughing matter. Come on, this is supposed to be the Great Witch. Look at her! There's no way Aspella is a witch. It must be like you said, Nick. Someone cast an evil spell on her. Something in this testimony keeps nagging at me, that's for sure. I just need to figure out what. Don't know why you killed your father. I don't know why why am I pushing this one, but sure. That may be because you didn't kill him!
Objection!
It's useless, defender. Witness, who killed the storyteller?
It was me. I summoned the fire dragon. I killed him.
The storyteller chose his own death. That is a fact that cannot be changed. 'Tis common knowledge that all things written in the story will become a reality. And Bazella's appearance has been written into the story's final chapter. She has no choice but to act out the role that has been written for her.
In other words, everything happens in accordance with the storyteller's story.
He didn't directly say it was her, though. Nick, have you noticed how weird Espella is acting today? I sure have. It's almost like she's a puppet. But who's pulling the strings? Nope. Hey, kitty. Yep.
Eve.
Nick, look! Check it out! It's Eve! She must be here to root for Espella. I don't think a cat's emotional support is going to help us all that much.
Well, this is an unexpected intrusion, but as we're in the middle of an interrogation, I will ask the witness to carry on with her testimony.
Yes, my lord. Oh my god! Wait a minute. Oh, this is stupid. I finally realized that Bazella had been lying dormant. Well, okay. Holy shit. So, I'm gonna go ahead and save. Alright. So let's think about this in reference to the evidence that we currently have. Once evening fell and the rain ceased, climbed up the wooden stairs of the bell tower and awaited the parade. There's one thing in particular that I am thinking about. Flower, no. Another contraption. Well, there's the sketch of the entire bell tower, but I don't know. Let me look at it. Crime scene took place there. The entrance is... Can I scroll on this thing? Oh, yes, I can. Okay. So, yeah, you can climb up the bell tower via those stairs. Objection. Peck and hold it. Okay, that is the entrance, and then there's just a bunch of stuff around it. Belfry. Crime scene. There's nothing particularly odd about that. The bell tower, but... Vigilante report. Vigilante's record, the bell tower was constantly guarded and there were no trespassers. That's what I think is interesting about this. One evening fell... Okay, once the evening fell and the rain ceased, climbed up the wooden stairs of the bell tower and awaited the parade. The Vigilante's report stated that absolutely nobody was climbing up that tower that night. So, how the heck did you do it?
Objection!
There we go! I think we got it. Vigilantes were guarding the bell tower all day.
Is that the Vigilante's report?
Indeed, and according to this, the vigilantes had been constantly guarding the entrance to the bell tower ever since it appeared.
However, there is nothing about Espella going up the tower in their report.
Objection!
Your memory must have failed you. That girl is a witch. The great witch at that. It's only natural to assume that she used something akin to invisibility magic.
With what scepter, madam?
Isn't that so, witness?
Yes, I used an invisibility spell to enter the tower unnoticed. Shut your head. Shut your head! Even magic follows certain rules in this world. Witches need to be holding a Talia Magica in order to use magic. And you weren't in possession of one at the time. Oh!
Objection!
How horrifying your ignorance is.
Excuse me?
Did you honestly think the difference between a regular witch and the Great Witch was in name alone? The Great Witch, unlike other witches,
can command any magic she desires without the use of a witch's scepter.
Objection!
How friggin' convenient for you! That's news to me.
Every Labyrinthian should know about that.
a witch's scepter can hold only 2 magic gems at once.
Whoever heard of a great witch that could only use 2 spells? Nutsoid.
Order! Order!
In any case, this should convince you that the accused entered the tower.
Oh, now we're bringing the forensics in. Bullshit. This is a sketch showing footprints.
It was raining before the parade reached the town square. Obviously, if you walk through muddy streets before climbing up a staircase, you will inevitably leave footprints on the steps. This sketch shows that there were indeed muddy footprints present on the bell tower stairs. And since you'd no doubt be quick to ask, I can tell you that they match the sole of the accused's shoes.
It's certain that the accused climbed up the bell tower after the rain had fallen. Have I ever streamed an online game or intend to? No. Actually, no, I haven't. I guess it would have to be the right online game. I don't know. I've thought about what was like the last time I even thought about doing something like that? I'll have to think about it.
Very well, the court accepts this sketch as evidence.
I almost pity you, Defender.
Yeah, you should.
The evidence you threw in our face with such verve was sadly useless.
Indeed. It would seem there were no problems with that testimony after all. Let us not waste time. We will carry on with the interrogation.
That is, if the defender hasn't run out of ideas yet.
The judge seems ready to announce the verdict any second now. I've got to find a flaw in her testimony and fast. I need a solid lead in this case. I've thought once or twice about doing some kind of a stream with Twitch integration, that kind of thing, where you could manipulate the game in some way with the, with Twitch stuff. I thought that'd be kind of fun. Let's just stream Fortnite and peck up those noobs. Man, I fought so hard with that one, with that one Snatcher stream that I did. I do not want to play Fortnite after that. I feel like that would just be useless. Oh, yeah, the SCP multiplayer thing. I think I'd have to play that by myself. Actually, no, I've got some friends that talked about playing it one time. I think I'd have to play it with them first just to, give it a shot. She used that dragon summoning spell, but didn't have a witch's scepter.
The Great Witch can use all spells without using a scepter, right?
I mean, it's a little too overpowered, don't you think? It's a Great Witch. What do you think? That's probably what makes a Great Witch great. She'd be a pretty sorry Great Witch if she could only use 2 spells. Yeah, I guess so. I feel like there might be something involved with that, the fire bit. Some online games that you like and have played. Let me see. Team Fortress 2, Overwatch, Fortnite, Maple Story 2. I've seen a lot of people on the face of the earth are currently, drooling over Maple Story 2. I don't think that would be my interest thing. I thought about playing Overwatch at one point. I have played Team Fortress 2. Not a ton, not enough that I feel like I would be good enough for a stream, that's for sure. In general, I don't feel like doing multiplayer competitive games all that much because I feel like I have to be, I'm under pressure to actually be good at playing video games. And I don't play video games to be good, I play video games to have fun. Maple Story 2 is meh. Cool. There's no weird bylaws in relation to the Fire Dragon spell. And then there's all this stuff, like Godor and all these old things. Don't think I'm going to find anything interesting in here. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do... Causes anything the caster touches to vanish. Simply chant Amir to make it reappear. I feel like nobody would have been around to even hear these incantations. Godor summons a door. That's what I thought too. It's just like, that is a very silly name. Alright. Waited for Father's speech to end, then summoned Fire Dragon. Is there anything in the evidence that would refute that? Jeez, I am really, really stuck on this. You know, funny enough, We have a whole fuckload of hint coins. Use a hint coin to narrow down this area? Sure. Oh, okay. Oh, that's how that works. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Alright, so I'm supposed to press this. Finally realize that Bazella has been lying dormant within me. Really? Why is that? You say you finally realized. Yes, I always had a feeling, but my memory is rather hazy. I've always felt as though I'm not the one who I think I am, and that I've forgotten something very important. Incidentally, when did you become aware of Bazella's presence within you? It was when went to the Great Archive with Mr. Layton and Luke. And the mural depicting Bazella. Things from the distant past, memories of the legendary fire. Observe! I saw it. I was there when it happened. Saw the town consumed by flames. You couldn't have. Legendary fire happened 100 years ago. I know that. It's true. I remember it happening. Because I'm Bazella. Okay. So something to do with this statement. I gotta start trying something. Out of derps and giggles, I'm going to present the cat. Objection! Nope. This statement clearly contradicts the piece of evidence.
The defense's objection is overruled.
Why?
We have gathered here to deliver a final judgment on the Great Witch. The trial is strict and its results irrevocable. You should at least have the good sense to notice when you make a mistake.
Dude! This trial does feel different to the other ones. You just gotta roll with what cards you're dealt. And I was just recently dealt this footprint sketch. Objection! No, god damn it. That statement clearly contradicts this piece of evidence.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Really? Yeah, I'm not sure who.
Objection overruled. Let that be a lesson.
Sorry.
Recommend the defense take more care in the raising objections. I'm sorry.
All right. A lot of times when it comes to connecting the dots with the Ace Attorney type of things, you just need to look at a statement and then find something that correlates to it, even if you can't find a contradiction. So, finally realize that Bazella has been lying dormant within me. Accused, Aspella Cantabella, charges being Bazella, using magic to kill town's creator. This, in some kind of way, actually connects. These two pieces of evidence connect. This is the thing that I'm currently pressing. Let's see. Objection! God damn it. So I'm going to be doing some editing tonight. See, a lot of times when it comes to stuff like this, I tend to just throw stuff at a wall and hope it sticks. Objection! Especially since I only have 2 shields. At this stage, I'm probably going to have to reload anyway. Yep. Objection! Nope. Yipe.
There's no need to continue this trial. The accused's true identity has been proven beyond doubt. The court shall now issue the final verdict for Aspella Cantabella. It is a crime to be a witch. We must do everything to erase magic from this world. Despicable witch, into the flames with you!
But do you actually die in these flames? Because the last trials that we proved, that's not the case. Now, the good news is that I have saved. So, let's just go with the one that's the newest one. That one, yeah. I saw things from the distant past. Memories of the legendary fire. Now, again, we got this little bastard sitting over here. I could try to question the cat now. I don't know if I want to. Question the cat. I don't know. I saw it. I was there when it happened. I saw the town consumed by flames. Did you see the cat? You know, the town consumed by flames, kitty? See, it's not giving me any kind of indication that I can even question the cat, so I don't even know if that's something I should be doing right about now.
You couldn't have. That's impossible. The legendary fire occurred over 100 years ago. And there were no survivors!
Yes, I know that. But it's true. I remember it happening. Because I'm Bazella. I don't know. Because the cat isn't showing any signs of me having to, like, question it. Ah, screw it.
Hang on!
I have a question for you, Eve. Eve? Just what on earth are you doing, Defender? Huh? I was just a... Eve is Aspella's friend, so I was wondering if she might want to have some input.
Whether or not this furry little witness can contribute to the testimony seems to be obvious at a glance.
Is that so? I guess questioning a cat wasn't the best idea. Where's Luke when you need him?
Do you wish to say something, High Inquisitor Darklaw?
I just remembered a line from a fairy tale that I heard when I was little. A fairy tale about Bazella. The great witch Bazella is always accompanied by a black cat. Or so it claimed. It would seem there was a grain of truth in that fairy tale after all. That's true. Eve always follows me. Always? Oh, Nick, that means... they must have been together when the incident happened, too. Now that she mentions it. That is a badass freaking cat. Can I get a plush of that? Can I also get a plush of that with, like, you know, sort of bioluminescence? Oh, God. Oh, what do they call it? I don't know. Just, like, lit clothing. I think I saw a black cat at the bell tower when it happened. Oh, yes. Eve was with me in the bell tower. Your Honor!
Yes, Defender.
The defense requests that Miss Cantabella's comment be added to the testimony. Aha! There we go.
Very well. Request granted. Witness, add what you just said about that cat to your testimony.
Yes, my lord. My cat Eve followed me, as always. Did she now? Because we have a footprint sketch that clearly shows no paw prints.
Objection!
Yes! We got it. I'm sorry, Aspella. But there's a problem with that statement. A problem? You went up the bell tower in the evening after it stopped raining, correct? Yes, I think so. After all, there's proof of that. My footprints were left on the stairs. That's right. There were footprints on the steps. However, there's something missing in this sketch.
Missing? What do you mean, Defender?
There are no paw prints of Aspella's cat Eve. Oh. I just realized you could make the comment that she was holding her. Whoops. You said Eve was following you, right? In which case, naturally, there would have to be cat paw prints on the stairs as well.
Objection!
Again, she could be carrying the cat. And here I thought you would say something that makes sense. Such a silly assertion as that can be easily explained. The cat must have climbed up onto the accused's shoulders. Was that not the case, witness? Yes, Eve was on my shoulders, I think. She dislikes dirt, so when it's muddy, she tends to climb up onto my shoulders. Then why didn't you say that before? You testified that the cat was following you. It's...
Objection!
This is such a trifling matter, Defender. You would do well to just let it go.
Objection.
It might seem that way to you, but it has important implications. It shows that Aspella's testimony is unreliable.
What do you mean?
For a while now, Aspella hasn't been testifying in her own words. All the vital parts of her testimony have come from High Inquisitor Darklaw. She made Aspella say those things.
Objection!
Are you claiming that I, the High Inquisitor, am responsible for making the accused commit perjury? Well, if that's not the case, then there's one more possibility. Namely, that the witness, Miss Cantabella, has no clear recollection of what happened this evening. How dare you?
What? Are you saying the witness has no memory of the incident?
Espella, do you actually remember what happened? Do you remember entering the bell tower and summoning the fire dragon?
Yes.
You say you also remember the legendary fire, which burned this town to the ground.
Yes, I do, even though it was a long time ago.
And you remember tonight's events just as clearly? Do you truly remember summoning that terrifying dragon and killing your own father?
I don't know! I don't know what's happened! I'm Basella, am I not? I can remember the legendary fire, so then why can't I remember anything about what happened tonight?
Your Honor, the defendant is confused and cannot remember what happened. Therefore, her confession that she is the Great Witch is not credible.
What are you talking about, Defender? She admits that she's Basella.
Her testimony doesn't hold together.
I am more than one person. Who is the other one within me?
Oh, boy. We got a fader! Espella! This is getting heated as peck. Definitely. Court attendants, carry the accused to the emergency care room. 20 cc's of leech.
A brief summary of the accused's current situation. Espella Cantabella became extremely agitated during the interrogation and proceeded to lose consciousness. She remains unconscious, although her life is not in danger. Until the verdict, at least.
Well, that's a relief. He had me pretty worried there.
Nick, I don't mean to sound insensitive or anything, but this is just what we needed.
I'm not sure I follow. The professor is out looking for clues to help us out, right? That means all we gotta do is buy some more time until he returns with his findings. Maya's right. That's just what we're looking to do. Tem says, who is the other one with it? Like, who is the other one within me? It's the cat. Yep, pretty sure. I don't know. That cat seems to be a little bewitched. Using equipment from 30 years ago. Very healthy. It's a little bit farther than 30 years ago, I think. Your Honor, it's impossible to continue the trial while the defendant isn't present. And also, it's possible that someone at the crime scene was manipulating the defendant. The defense proposes an intermission in order to carry out further investigation.
What is your opinion on this, High Inquisitor Darklaw?
My opinion is that the defender is just playing for time.
She saw right through me. My plan.
However, I shall allow it. As long, of course, as the townsfolk who have gathered here have no objections.
Very well, then. So be it. The court shall be adjourned until tomorrow.
Hold it!
Oh, you asshole!
You, defender, stop messing around! What he said! What he said! You can't squirm your way out of this! What he said! What he said! 'Cause we know everything! What he said! What he said! We will reveal your wrongdoings to everyone gathered here! We shall do this!
Well, he said he has it.
Order, order, order! If anyone here should be silenced, it is not us, but that defender over there. And who are you? You ask who we are? We are the ones who watch the bell tower, guard the bell tower, and take cover for rain in the bell tower. We are the bell tower guards, known as the Vigilantes, and I am their captain.
Oh, right. That guy showed up at the crime scene when we were trying to investigate it.
You there, you defender.
Yes.
What was it you said earlier? while taking advantage of all the confusion, like the rascal you are. You said someone at the crime scene may have been manipulating the accused? We vigilantes were at the crime scene. Are you suggesting we were manipulating the witch? No, that's totally not what I... Don't think you can silence us like that. We shall have our say now.
I sure will, no matter what anyone else has to say about it. Imagine playing Pong on the most powerful computer. Best Pong ever. Shiniest, biggest Pong paddles.
We are the vigilantes, dutiful and righteous, superior, happy, fulfilled, on the job. Our passion is burning, and our blood is red. If you fail to let us speak out, we will have no choice but to turn to violence.
Jeez. Can we talk with words instead?
I disapprove of violence. Yes, the burning of witches being a necessary exception, naturally.
In which case, it's best to just let them have their say.
Huh?
You may not know this, but it's not unusual for the accused to fall unconscious in this court.
No kidding.
Let us lend our ears to these brave knights. We shall hear what they witnessed.
Very well. These knights will be accepted as witnesses. They may testify.
People of Labyrinthia, do you hear the word of the judge? Today's trial is not over yet. In fact, it is just beginning.
Oh, nuts. How much time do we have left for this night?
Now, Vigilante Captain Boystrom, you may testify to your heart's content.
Lady Darklaw, thank you for this honor. I will talk to my heart's content. You can be sure of that.
Just make sure your entourage stays freaking quiet. Oh, joy. So much for buying some time. This is kind of buying some time. Be thankful for what you get. Oh, god damn it. They're all a part of this. But they're just gonna say the same thing that... okay, actually, come to think of it. Who the hell is that? What? Why? Why? This is a very long... Wait a minute! What the heck is this?
We vigilantes despise injustice and inequality. We shall remain united, friendly, confident, and self-reliant.
We have come to do away with this fiendish defender trying to protect the witch. We shall fight, and we shall protect our town from this villainous defender. Yeah, whatever. Did I just hear something crash onto the floor?
Honorable Vigilantes, let us first hear your proud names.
I am Vigilante number 1, the captain of this unit. My name is Boystrom.
I'm Vigilante number 2. My name is Laudelance.
I am Vigilante number 3. My name is Balmung. They say dogs that bark don't bite, but I assure you I do bite.
Vigilante number 4. Name's Liewood. I'm Vigilante number 5. My name is Shaky.
And I, Vigilante number 6, am no more than a hopeless slave to love. My humble name is Servius. I'm the Steel Angel gracing the Vigilantes with my sweet presence. My name is Foxy. Don't you dare forget it.
I am but a man who wants nothing more than to feel Foxy's steel heels on his back. You can call me Tradon. Fucking hell.
Vigilante number 9. I go by the name...
I'm not gonna pronounce that.
As for me, I am the 10th Vigilante. Nothing more, nothing less. Just that. I know who the hell you are!
I've seen you before.
It's no use. I cannot remember that many new names. And faces at once. Well, anyways, honorable witnesses, you may testify about this evening's incident. God help us all. Tell us about everything you saw on this dreadful night.
I'm impressed this game is bringing in this many witnesses without, like, shaking to death.
We've been guarding the bell tower ever since it appeared. No one ever said a bad word about us.
The defender tried to hide decisive proof that the girl is the Great Witch, but he couldn't fool us. Before the rain, after the rain, at no point did a single suspicious person approach the bell tower. But then suddenly, footprints appeared on the bell tower stairs. When I saw them, I thought, it's that witch. My eyes went hazy. It made me shake, and I got dizzy. The rain stopped, and a beautiful butterfly appeared at our side.
Rain is so loathsome. My stilettos get dirty from the mud, and my lovely hair loses its texture.
You have no idea how delightful it is when Foxy steps on us in her dirty stilettos, imprinting the mud on our backs. Yes, we found the one that loves his S&M.
And didn't run out. Wait, I didn't even know.
What the heck is...
I did my duty when... Wait, I did my duty when I discovered the intruder, I tell you.
I have been mulling over this incident, and just now, the realization dawned upon me. I remember nothing.
Fucking hell. Oh, thanks for coming in, Tim. I appreciate it.
Well, I suppose that can be summed up by saying, you all did the best you could.
The vigilantes have been taking turns guarding the bell tower since its appearance. Only a witch could have gone past them unnoticed.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen some of the shaky bastards sitting out here?
Yes, that would seem to be true. However, I must say that something caught my attention in that testimony. Defender!
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you been concealing important evidence?
Huh? Why would I do that? Don't think you'll get off the hook by claiming you forgot about it, right, Captain Boystrom?
Of course he won't, Defender. You and your companion tampered with the crime scene and tried to sneak away with a very important piece of evidence.
We did? What's he talking about? Is he talking about the pendant? But in the end, we gave it to you guys. We weren't trying to steal it or anything. That's absurd. We saw you putting it in your pocket. Oh, right, that. Yeah, we tend to pocket evidence pretty often. The evidence we retrieve from you has been passed on to the Inquisition. We have done our citizenly duty. Isn't that so, Lady High Inquisitor Darklaw? I don't know. It hasn't shown up in court yet. Can we use it?
This thing, was it?
Oh, that's it. The pendant that Espella Cantabella is always wearing, is it not?
We've seen that thing. That's Espella's pendant. She never goes out without it.
Wait, didn't she have it on her earlier? That's weird. It has to be her, after all. She went to the bell tower and used witchcraft.
Shut your face. Assumptions.
Very well. This pendant will be accepted as evidence.
Nutso.
Well, the accused was caught in the act, so this pendant doesn't change the situation much. Although it should at least clear any doubts as to whether or not she was at the crime scene.
Ah, man. If they'd appeared just 5 seconds earlier, they wouldn't have seen us swiping that thing. Right, Nick? Are you okay? You're spacing out. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Was it just me? Or did Darklaw look mighty uncomfortable just now? What's more, on closer inspection, that pendant seems to have some blackish stains on the strap.
Blood? Defender, you may begin your interrogation.
Let's get this crazy circus out of the way, shall we? First and foremost, just because good habits are good. There. Just put down the safety net now. Guarding the bell tower ever since it appeared. No one ever said a bad word about... Okay, I feel like we're going to have a lot of... Oh my god, so many freaking people. Why have you been guarding that tower?
As you might know, that bell tower suddenly appeared out of nowhere about 3 months ago. It has an overwhelming presence, and it looks as if it's been here but forever. It's a bad omen. It's the Great Witch's doing. Simply put, the townspeople are scared of it. That's why, Defender. The vigilantes were compelled to step in and keep an eye on the tower in order to ease the minds of the townsfolk.
That bell tower is, in fact, tied to 2 dreadful incidents.
2? Dude! Where have you been?
You should have to ask. The alchemist committed suicide a few days after its appearance.
Oh, right. She's talking about Belduke. And now, this most heinous crime. The murder of the storyteller. Well, if we're, led to believe a specific thing, it's been a part of 3 incidences.
The bell tower is cursed. 'Tis the curse of the Great Witch.
Next witness, continue the testimony. Keep it going. This conveyor belt is stupid.
The defendant tried to hide decisive proof that the girl is the Great Witch, but he couldn't fool us. No, I didn't. I swear I didn't. The proof you're talking about is this, correct? Yes, that's it. That's the pendant the accused is always wearing. It's proof she was at the crime scene. The strap on this thing has been torn. Of course it has. Otherwise, she wouldn't have dropped it. Right, but there must be a reason why it's torn. It wouldn't just snap on its own. Yes, that's right.
You there, you rascal. I mean defender.
Yes?
You no good for nothing, useless swine. You're doing it again, huh? You're insulting the vigilantes.
What?
Someone tore the pendant from the girl's neck, huh? And you have the temerity to suggest it was us. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it? That we did it?
No. No, that's not what I...
When this trial is over, we will hold our own trial in which you'll be the accused.
I suppose once everything is over, it's going to be complete chaos, since there is no story and nobody running the show. So you can do that as much as you want. One more reason to prolong this trial as long as I can.
Oh, goddamn.
Before the rain, after the rain, at no point did a single suspicious person approach the bell tower.
Hold it!
Meh. Are you sure about that?
Sure, I'm sure.
And anyway, I'll be honest with you. Ever since I started guarding the tower a few months ago, not a single person, suspicious or not, has come near it. No one but us. Really? No one even approaches us for a chat when we're on duty. People almost treat us like we're not even there. It gets so very lonely out on the job. So cheerless. What he said! Cheerless! Lonely! You have no idea how sad it can get guarding that tower.
It's very sad. Oh, it is. You'd think people would be interested in a highly suspicious bell tower like that, but no, I mean, what's that about?
Isn't their job to keep people away from the bell tower anyway? Saps! And so it goes without saying, the vigilantes haven't seen anyone enter the bell tower. And you know what that means? Shut your face. Footprints appeared on the steps. So what do you think? But then suddenly, footprints appeared on the bell tower stairs. When I saw them, I thought, it's that witch.
Hold it!
Hold on a minute. You saw the footprints on the steps too? Yes, muddy footprints left by one person from the entrance all the way up. The footprints you saw, are they the ones shown in the sketch? If these are the footprints from the bell tower, yeah.
And when did you notice these footprints?
After the rain, but still quite some time before the incident.
But wait a second, Lywood. I don't remember you reporting this to me.
Yeah, that's right, I didn't report it.
Lywood! Why not? I thought you were serious about your duty, at least compared to others. Why did you neglect to report that?
You're right, Captain. It was out of character. I'm sure there was a good reason why I didn't report it to you. Nah, it's no use. I've forgotten. I think I'd remember if someone could give me a clue. Ooh. That guy. It's like he's teasing us. We can only hope he remembers what it was. And maybe by talking with everybody else, they'll figure it out. But his testimony did give us some new info to go on. The culprit entered the bell tower soon after the rain stopped. My eyes went hazy. It did make me shake, and I got dizzy. I feel like you'd be dizzy regardless of whether or not anything happened. But let's go ahead. You're, oh yeah, Mr. Shaky, right? He's down. Born with glass bones and paper skin. Yes, Shaky's the name. Are you feeling okay? Yeah, I'm perfectly peachy. Looks could be deceiving. Did you see anything around that time of the incident? I've told you, my eyes were hazy. I was dizzy, and the ringing in my ears, like the crying of a girl. It's okay. That's all I wanted to know. But what I'd like to know is how Mr. Shaky got into the vigilantes in the first place. Maya, maybe it's better not to ask. Jared. Mysteries. The rain stopped and a beautiful butterfly appeared at our side.
Hold it!
A butterfly, you say? Yes, a butterfly, happily fluttering around, watching us move from before. When I saw it, I thought, maybe my goddess has turned into this butterfly. What are you talking about? Gracefully moving from one flower to the next, like my goddess of love. The divine Foxy. Yeah, I'm the Steel Angels, gracing the vigilante with my sweet presence. My name's Foxy, don't you dare forget it. Nick, about that butterfly. I think that must have been a witch using a transformation spell. Seriously? You think a witch turned into a butterfly and flew up the bell tower? By the way, what happened to that butterfly? Ah, well, it carelessly flew straight into the fire torch and burned. I felt enlightened by that sight. The butterfly cannot resist its dangerous attraction to the flame, even if it results in death. Perfect. Thank you. That was quite the exhaustive reply. Or do you have any information? Rain is so loathsome, my steel stilettos get dirty from the mud, and my lovely hair loses its texture.
Hold it!
So, you have steel high heels? Yes, boy. See? Fox's heels are always polished to sparkle. Wow! I can see myself in the reflection! They're like mirrors! Did you notice anything suspicious during the incident? Not really. I was busy having some tea at the time. You were having tea? I made it for her. Tea with milk is just the thing for rainy afternoons. But weren't you supposed to be guarding the bell tower? I couldn't possibly walk around in the rain. My stilettos would get dirty. Ah, these lovely stilettos. Their tips as sharp as Inquisitor Barnum's sword. And when they grind against my armor with such force and passion, I am the happiest man on earth. God damn it. Would you like me to squish you under my stilettos? Just say the word. No, I'm fine, thanks. Unlike you, I have regular kinks. It's not every day someone offers to tread on you. Maybe it's the Labyrinthian custom. I get walked over in court often enough as it is. No idea how delightful it is when Foxy steps... Oh, God. Alright, sure. I have no idea what you mean. You are such a hopeless man. Actually, all men are. Don't you also dream of feeling that beautiful pointed tip of her shoe brutally digging into your back? Do you, Nick? No! Anyway, you mentioned us. Are there more fans of Foxy? Yeah, sure there are. Cerberus is one of us too. Yeah, I suspected he meant that guy. Oh, that look. You're not averse to that sort of thing either, hey, Defender? In that case, have a look at this. This is the mark left by Foxy's stiletto. Whoa. But why is there dirt? Wow. Isn't that amazing?
I must say, you've been quite beautifully trodden on there.
See how it exquisitely tapers to a point. This deserves to be called art. Oh, I'm so jealous. Sir, of such charming beauty, born from dirty mud. About that muddy footprint, why didn't you wash it off? Why would he ever? What? Don't be silly. Have you ever exchanged a handshake with a beautiful singer? It's just like that. Anyways. Foxy was wearing high heels that whole time. That's an important point, I think.
I didn't run away. I did my duty when I discovered the intruder. I tell you.
Hold it!
I don't know why the heck I'm doing this, but... You discovered the intruder? Can you tell me more about that? Excuse me?
If you once ask me something, address me by my name. Make fun of me because I'm a baron and I'll make you regret it.
It's fine, dude. Okay.
Can I get it wrong, can you? Am I not taking you on my...
Wait, taking you on my... Oh, god damn it. Gah. Okay, oh, come on. Oh, thank you, Maya. Can you please tell us about what you know? This evening, during the incident, what did you see?
Sure, I saw the witch's footprint. That's what I saw.
Good job, Maya, but how, to build Shelton... sounds kind of Mayan. Debil Chun Tun Chun Chil Mill. Do you mean these footprints drawn in this sketch?
Aye, those are ones.
And then, what did you do after discovering the intruder?
She told me to report on the intruder. I'll say, right? Say I want to report it. They treat me like a man, even though I can talk and what the son of a bitch. I hate this guy's voice. I just hate him.
They shouldn't be treating you like that, kid. You're so brave. Insert name here.
I've got to deal with the chief. Says Locke is gonna loon. Are he willing to give me one more pocket money?
The kid reported to the chief, huh? We haven't heard about that before. Can you tell us more about the report you made?
Say my name.
Stabil Chunchuk Milig.
Drop dead!
Thank you for a regular sentence. Guess I'll just ask the captain instead. This might be important. We got to follow up on this. Right, I'll ask the captain. I have been mulling over this incident, and just now, the realization dawned on me. I remember nothing.
Hold it!
Excuse me? I'm pretty sure we've met before. Mr. Wordsmith, was it?
Wordsmith? I must disappoint you, young one. I am not familiar with that unusually unusual name. Wordsmith? A smith of words? Would that not be the storyteller?
You mean you don't remember?
I do not. From where did this wordsmith come? To where did he head? And where will he next arrive? I know not. Regardless, such questions are of no concern to any of us. I am on a green field, sky-clad, watching petals dance in the wind. Allow me to indulge in my dream for a while longer, young one.
You're not fooling anyone, Grandpa! You roly-poly bastard. An awful lot must have happened to him since that other trial. Maybe. But just what the heck is the matter with all these vigilantes? Alright, now that I've heard their testimony, it's time to get thinking. There are just too many of them! I've never handled this many witnesses at once! It's gonna be one humongous undertaking, squeezing information out of this wacky bunch. In any case, the footprints left on the bell tower stairs are our best lead for now. Some of the witnesses saw them too. So let's focus on that and press them hard until they cough up some more useful info. Yeah, that's the plan. If I can't refute the witness's testimony, it'll be the end for Aspella. I need to fish out a decisive contradiction in their statements. Right? Well, I've been told that I need to talk to the captain. If I was wondering, you're still here. Hello, Tim. How's it going? Okay, so I'm gonna save here now.
What?
Oh, hello. Chief told report intruder assault, right? Hey, hold up. Yeah, you.
Hang on!
There, I knew it was only a matter of time before we could figure that out. Excuse me, Mr. Boystrom.
Oh. What's this, out of the blue? Have some respect for the vigilantes.
Is there anything you'd like to comment on from from number 9's testimony?
Comment? Well, certainly. I remember about his report.
Strange footprints appeared on the bell tower staircase. Why didn't you investigate as soon as it was reported to you?
We are the fast-footed vigilantes, the most dutiful of knights. Given out our all for the utmost sense of accomplishment. It is unthinkable that we would not launch an investigation after a report like that.
And yet I don't recall any such reports being passed on to the Inquisition.
That's right. I have my hands full with assigned tasks for each of the vigilantes myself. So I got a hold of a reliable vigilante and gave him the following order. Investigate the suspicious footprints that appeared on the staircase immediately. That's what I said to him.
Who was that reliable vigilante?
It was, well, I'm having a bit of trouble remembering just who it was. But I'm sure it was the young and high-spirited vigilante.
Oh, hey, hello. Wait a minute. One of you. There. No, Shaky has remembered something.
Hang on!
Can I ask you something, Mr. Shaky? No, he's on the floor. God, he needs a hospital. Nick, don't! You can't expose that poor guy to your ruthless questioning. Just look at him. He may not be able to take it. How am I supposed to talk to him, then? Let's try this again. Please, excuse me, Mr. Shaky. The person the captain asked to investigate the suspicious footprints. Was that you, by any chance? Yes.
What? It was him!
I feel compelled to say this, but although Mr. Shaky may be young, very few would describe him as high-spirited.
What? That may be so, but... Well, what of it?
Mr. Shaky, did you not follow your orders? Didn't you investigate the footprints?
I investigated them, of course. Orders are orders. Everyone looked to be very busy, and no one would listen to me. Now, someone finally asked me about it. Vigilante Shaky, ready to report.
Well... That was a very convoluted testimony. But at least now we know that this young man's report didn't reach anyone because his seniors were too busy to listen.
Yeah, people treat me like a burn. Did my report go to waste?
Ah, now I remember. What are you talking about? Yes, I saw them. I saw the muddy footprints in the bell tower. But I didn't report it to the chief. And now I remember why I didn't report it. Was it because you told somebody else?
In that case, you will add it to your testimony.
Yes, my lord. When I saw those muddy footprints, At first, I figured they were foxies. No! Why would you think they were foxies? They're not the same shape.
Hold it!
You thought the footprints were Miss Foxy's? Yeah, she's always doing whatever she likes, causing us nothing but trouble. I was sure she'd entered the bell tower to take shelter from the rain, leaving those footprints.
Excuse me, boy. How could you think that that place is off limits, isn't it? I take orders seriously, and I value obedience.
Yeah, Foxy gives us orders. Give us any orders you wish. We will obey you, whatever you require of us. However, you told us a different story before, Mr. Liarwood. You previously stated that when you saw the footprints, you thought they were those of a witch. Did you think that Miss Foxy was a witch? Well, I didn't mean it literally. It's just that Foxy can be such a bother. You can't help but call her a witch sometimes. You can understand that, right? Derogatory terms of the olden days. You can see what kind of a person she is. If that's the case, then the footprints you saw in the bell tower must have looked like they were left by stilettos. Yeah, those stilettos. She likes to dig them into other men's backs. There are men in this world who enjoy that sort of thing too. Well, it's best not to think too much about it. We'd never mistaken those footprints. Foxy's footprints are unique. Lywood thought they were just Foxy's footprints. So that's why he didn't report his findings.
In case you want to know, they weren't mine. I didn't leave those muddy footprints in the bell tower.
Right, because they're not the right shape. I knew about that. Now that's weird. Alright, and just because I feel lazy, I'm gonna go ahead and throw another hint coin at it. Oh, hey, I can present on that. Thanks for letting me know. That's cool. When I saw those muddy footprints, at first I figured they were Foxy's. And we can present. Oh, cool. And they cut out certain pieces of evidence. Oh, man. Oh, hint coins. There is a very, very strong addiction to hint coins. But I already kind of had an idea. Footprint sketch. A sketch of the muddy footprints. They look entirely different, so they're not Foxy's.
Objection!
Makes sense. You seem pretty sure that the footprints in the bell tower were Miss Foxy's. In other words, the footprints you saw were stiletto footprints with pointy tips. Yeah, pointy. They were hers, for sure. And yet, we have a sketch of the footprints as they were found after the incident. Yep, completely different. You were off for a while, coming back at random times. The picture only had one set of footprints, not 2 feet. No. It's cool. They're completely different shapes.
These footprints, they have rounded tips.
And also, they don't have a pointy stiletto. So you see, Mr. Lywood, your testimony contradicts the evidence.
No way!
Yes way. That sketch was drawn by the court illustrator based on how he found the crime scene immediately after the incident. I can guarantee the sketch is accurate.
Well, I saw what I saw. There's no way I was wrong.
How can you say that? The reason is pretty simple. If I'd seen footprints like those in the sketch, it would have occurred to me that they might be Foxy's. Exactly. Those are nothing like Foxy's. Sweet Foxy's footprints look like this. God damn it.
This is quite puzzling. Perhaps the defense can explain this contradiction. I don't know.
But I'm gonna save just because you're asking me to do things. And I would like to just make sure that I have the safety net out. Derp. Only one trail of footprints was found in the bell tower. One of the witnesses claims the footprints had pointy tips, but the court illustrator's sketch of the crime scene shows they were rounded.
Is the witness's account correct, or is the sketch that shows the truth?
Lywood is correct. The sketch is correct. They're both correct. Huh. Good question. Again, at this current stage, I could probably bullshit my way through this by using a ton of hint coins. I don't know how many more questions there could possibly be in this game. I have saved so many hint coins, I swear to God. Why the heck not? Okay, I took out one option. It's either the sketch is correct, or they're both correct. Well, how could... I love how the answer up above. Choose! Okay. Stop pressuring me, game. I'm trying to think. How could they both be considered correct? They're clearly different shapes. I'm going to say they're both correct just for the whole, like, Ace Attorney bullshit thing. Both the witness and the sketch are correct, Your Honor. What? 2 different types of footprints were observed in the bell tower. Now, if neither party is mistaken, it means that 2 trails of footprints were left on the stairs.
Objection.
Choose. Hold it. Objection! Your Honor! It's so obvious I shouldn't have to mention it, but if you trust that the sketch presents the facts accurately, there was only 1 trail left on those steps. You can see it quite clearly.
Objection!
Actually, it's possible the sketch is showing 2 trails. And how would that be? Let's organize this evening's events on a timeline. Mr. Lywood discovered the footprints soon after the rain stopped, which means that at that point, someone had already entered the bell tower.
Yes, that would be the case.
The footprints that were observed that had pointy tips. And then, sometime later, another person went up those stairs. But that person left different footprints. Footprints that had rounded tips.
I think I can see where this is going.
Yeah. I'm glad you follow, Your Honor. You see, the second person walked on the footprints that had already been left, perfectly covering them up as they went. What? This explains why only 1 trail of footprints was left.
Objection.
Preposterous. That's just too far-fetched.
Far-fetched is my middle name, lady. What makes you say that? Even we can tell you that much. There's no way there were 2 intruders.
It's a big stretch, honey.
Ain't everybody there where a witch shadow is visible. I can't read your stuff. We would have seen the other one. What you're saying makes sense, but it's a fact that none of you noticed the second intruder. And the only explanation for that is that the second intruder was also a witch who had also made herself invisible when she entered the bell tower.
What the heck?
Yeah, what the heck?
Order! There were 2 witches?
Objection.
Ludicrous! Are you honestly suggesting that 2 witches managed to sneak into the bell tower?
It may seem ludicrous to you, but you can't say it's not a possibility.
It's easy to batter around possibilities, but your theory alone doesn't change anything. Or perhaps you have some proof to support your little theory.
Little story, right? I don't know.
Because we do have proof that Espella Cantabella was in fact in the bell tower at the time of the crime. Not only was she seen by many people, but this was found at the crime scene afterwards too.
Espella's pendant, huh?
If you think there was 1 more person in the bell tower,
then prove it, defender.
Very well then, the defense shall present evidence just as soon as he saves. I mean, what? Do you have proof that someone other than the accused was in the bell tower?
Found at the crime scene, the strap has been torn and has some black stains on it. I guess the question would be, what would be those black stains? Found at the crime scene in the bell tower, flower has stuck to the rain-soaked patches. I feel like the flower-covered robe might have something to do with it. I'm gonna try.
Take that!
Yes, I think I did it.
Oh, that's... what is it?
This robe was found at the top floor of the bell tower. As you can see, it's way too big for a speller.
Yes, indeed. It would seem to belong to a much taller person.
Vigilantes, I'd like you all to confirm something for me. You have been guarding the bell tower ever since it appeared, correct?
Indeed we have, sir.
Has anyone ever gone up the bell tower before the incident this evening? Of course not. What would be our purpose if we freely allowed people inside? Suspicious or not, sadly, no one ever approaches our bell tower. I see, but then... how did this robe get up there? Do you get it now? There must have been a second witch in the bell tower. The rope could have been up there after the fact. I don't even know.
Order! Order! So there were 2 witches inside that tower?
Exactly, Your Honor. It's true that the defendant was seen in the bell tower at the time of the crime. But if another witch was present too, it's impossible to say for sure that it was Miss Cantabella who summoned the fire dragon. Jesus! Dude, super objection!
Calm it down, everyone.
We must not let the defendant confuddle our understanding of the situation.
It was the Great Witch Bazella that summoned the fire dragon. And the golden expose her for what she is.
We braved fierce rapids, scaled high mountains, and crossed vast plains to testify in this court and expose the Great Witch. What are they talking about?
You'll know soon.
High Inquisitor Darklaw, permit us to testify again.
You believe you can reveal the truth about the accused?
Yes, Lady Darklaw. We may be just a bunch of commoners, but we shall offer you our testimony with passion, purpose, and plausibility. Let us speak now, for the sake of Labyrinthia. Oh man, for the sake of my sanity, please don't speak.
Permission granted. May your words be as sharp as swords.
And cut through all lies and fallacies straight to the truth. Well, I'm thinking after we read this witness's testimony, we're actually going to call it a night. But let's just see what their testimony is.
The storyteller finished speaking to the crowds at Town Square in the evening. That's when the Great Witch appeared.
I still cannot forget the sound of that terrible incantation. It was undoubtedly that girl's voice. We ran towards the tower as soon as we saw her, keeping our eyes on her, make sure she didn't escape. We split into 2 groups at the entrance, one group to guard it, the other to chase down the witch. I was in the first group.
I was one of the pursuers. I ran into the tower and caught the witch. There was no one but us at the crime scene. We captured the girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide there.
There was no other witch, I'm sure of it.
I was caught in the entrance and heard the door locked.
That's right, young one. The fateful bell tower, the fateful incident, we saw them with our own fateful eyes.
Well, I suppose that can again be summed up by saying, you all did the best you could.
The vigilantes were the first to arrive at the crime scene. Their testimony is credible.
It does seem so. And if what they say is indeed true, it would be decisive proof of the accused's guilt.
Our opponent is a witch, the Great Witch to be exact. Things probably aren't as simple as they seem.
If you think so, feel free to look for any cracks in their testimonies. If there are any, and if you're up to it.
Defender, you may begin the interrogation.
I will not. I'm going to put this court on hold until I am ready to come back, which is probably going to be next week. But here, come on. Get down. I will say I've never ended a stream with, like, right in the middle of a testimony, I don't think, so I really hope that I stay fresh. This game is pretty good when it comes to keeping you fresh on information. I hope that's going to be the case. But, yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I want to get done, as well as also I need to get something to eat, and I need to wrap things up, and I need to go to the bathroom. I got 140 out of 176 of the tokens. Holy shit. Yeah, again, I feel like at this stage, I could just bullshit my way through the rest of the game. I don't know how lenient they expected that you would need to be within this game, but alright. I don't know, maybe there's a ton more to this game and I just don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get a move on here. Again, thanks everybody who popped into the stream to say hello, to hang out, to make jokes, to give little hints in the chat. I appreciate it a lot. If you want to take a look at this after it's done, I'm definitely going to be taking it to a bit of a chop and block, and I'm going to be uploading it to the YouTube channel afterwards. Nothing too major, just some cosmetic edits and some parts where I got stuck, just so that, you know, like after the fact when you're watching the VOD, you don't have to sit through it again. You know, a little bit of a courtesy edit. I stream on Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Though I will say, I apologize. I did not do Wednesday's stream just because I didn't feel like playing anything. I couldn't think of a game I really wanted to do. And I also, in general, I just had a whole lot of stuff that was going on that day, so I just decided not to. If you want to, you can follow the Twitter, and I usually post about any news related to me not streaming on a certain day. I also tweet out when I'm going to be streaming and what days. So if you're interested, you could. You guess you'll just live your life away on YouTube a bit more. Sounds fine to me. I ain't your dad. Do whatever you want. Anyways, here's some more stuff that I am currently doing. I think tomorrow, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I thought about maybe playing One Shot again. Even then, I'm kind of on the fence about that. I kind of want to move One Shot to Wednesday, and then tomorrow I've been itching to play PC Building Simulator, so I might just do that. So unfortunately, our little kitten friend is going to be waiting just a little bit longer, maybe. I guess I'll see what I feel like doing tomorrow. I will definitely be doing something, but I'm gonna head off. Again, thanks for coming out. See you next time.